Holy shit, Jim. Oh, my man. Technical difficulties to start. It was more like a brain fart on my end. But guess what, boys and girls? Day 2 of the draft is here. Day 1 is gone, came and gone. Your boy, E-Man from the Network is here. And as always, with my dude,
Jim from the Fan and Van podcast and one half of Steel and Teal. Oh, let's get into this because there's a lot to uncook. There's a lot to cook tonight. There's a lot to open. There's a lot to peel back. This is one of the most comical NFL drafts I think I've ever seen.
There's gonna be more unpacking than Shannon Sharpe's slong over the weekend. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
there goes the fucking
we'll
lights, man.
That too. Don't worry, because
I mean, this fucking thing, dude. I hate it. I hate today. The technical difficulties are on fire today, boys and girls. You know what I'm saying? With this shit, I think I might be a little dark. Might be a little dark here. Damn it! I think I have to get a new ring light. I think that's what it is. My last one broke, right? This one broke, Jim, and I kind of spliced it together, and I think it might have done the.
And now your mic don't work. Now your mic don't work. I can't hear you. I don't even know what he's saying. I think now he's figured it out.
What about now?
Yeah.
Can you hear?
Yeah, it took me about a minute to realize what I was doing.
Okay, yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Do I sound normal?
Yeah.
Or do I sound far away?
No, you sound
Hold
normal.
on. We got to make this. Okay. All right. What the fuck, dude? What is going on today, man? This shit's on fire here today, bro. All right, man. Jim, what do you think of the draft so far, man? Give me while I fix my shit and get my shit together here.
I got to be honest. I'm not shocked at the things that happened. I mean, Jacksonville moving up to get Travis Hunter. I mean,
that was sketchy.
It's smart for Jacksonville to do that. I think Cleveland, if they could have, I think Cleveland has a game plan and they know this quarterback class is weak. So they're just going to wait till 2026 because there are Browns fans I've seen on Twitter like, why would we do that? We could have had Hunter and then we could have got Shador with the 33rd pick and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, but now Cleveland gives himself an extra draft pick. Like, this is the first time this team is going into a draft actually trying to attempt to know what they're doing for once.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think it was a bad move. People could sit there and say, well, Cleveland fleeced Jacksonville. I wouldn't say that. I think what you gave away and what Jacksonville gets in return, I think Jacksonville fleeced Cleveland. Because look at what you're getting. You're getting the top corner in college football and the top wide receiver, and it's one person. When have we ever seen that in college football? We haven't in some time. So, I mean, for me, Cleveland's got their game plan. Jacksonville, it's win now with Trevor Lawrence because the window with Lawrence is closing every year. So you had to do that. The one that really shocked me, Green Bay decides to finally go offense in the first round. I kind of felt that was an ode. That was like a fuck you to Aaron Rodgers. Like, hey, even though you've been gone for a while now, we're finally going to do this. And plus, it's the GM's last draft, and he's like, I'm not going through this streak of no offensive weapons in the first round, so we're finally going to do that. But a lot of people are even questioning some of these kids still on the board. Like Nick Saban said it perfectly when I started watching round 2 before we started doing this. And he said it best. There's character concerns. There's injury concerns. And that's why a lot of these guys that should have went first, should have been drafted now, are still sitting on the board. Like a Will Johnson in Michigan. You know, there's a reason. There's multiple reasons why Shador's still sitting there. So, you know what? I don't know. Maybe we should just get into it now. Why is he sitting there?
Can you hear me now?
What's the ultimate reason why he's sitting there?
Before I go on, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. I'm a little paranoid because I guess this is gonna be the lighting you're gonna see me with today. This is gonna as best as gonna get. Um, I look honestly, there is knocks about Shador, right? He does have limitations from this skill set level, right? He holds on the ball a little too long, right? Mechanics are not as flush as the other quarterbacks, even though I've said it, you and I said it many times. This is what you call a quarterback 50-50 draft, even including the first round pick. All right.
Yeah.
To me, Cam Ward should be the first quarterback taken, right? He's the one with the best reps. He's the one to me that checks most of the boxes. He's played for a bunch of different offenses. Love the grind. This kid wasn't even any single no offers. You know what I mean? He gets it. Love the kid. You know, and I saw him play him a lot in Miami. That's maybe with some little bias. But after that, you know, you got to go from like it's kind of hit or miss. Even the Giants with Jackson Dart, right? You know, they say I'm not going to go with Shador. I don't think I want the baggage, right? You know, the thing is that Jackson Dart is not going to start for like the next couple of seasons. He's going to sit behind multiple quarterbacks. I don't know why you needed to trade down for that shit. We'll hit that later.
No,
but
you didn't need to do that.
No, absolutely not. It's just the damn Giants are taking a playbook out of the Browns. You know what I mean? Love the fact that let me go back to the board here. I think Shador between the baggage, right, and the fact that he does have some flaws is what has scared individuals. I mean, look at this guy, bro. He had a whole freaking spot for himself. I get it. You know, it's
but that's the issue when you have these unnamed NFL scouts, former NFL players. When they come out and they say this about this one, this about this one, this, and mainly it's just about Shador, but they don't want to put their name to it. It's like,
no,
if you have something to say, put your name to it, because at least then if you're wrong, it's like, oh, hey, well, you know what? Hey, go out there and prove me wrong. And if the kid proves you wrong, okay, you prove me wrong. I own it. That's it. But a lot of it too is what I feel. Nobody wants to deal with Dion, and I don't think Dion is going to be as involved as those think. Because Dion knows the NFL. He played in the NFL. He's a fucking Hall of Famer. He knows he can't get involved as a dad. He knows, listen, you're going to the next level. You know, I got you to this point, but I don't have the pull to get you drafted by any team you want. You know, it's just luck of the draw. And if you're going to sit there for a while, well, then you're going to sit there for a while. Like, you don't think they had that conversation?
You know, they probably had to, right? Honestly, they've had to have that conversation.
Yeah, and that's got to be a hard one for, especially like if you're a father who played in the league and now your sons are going to wind up in the league, whether one gets drafted, the other goes undrafted and gets signed as a rookie free agent. But that's got to be one of the hardest talks to ever have with your kid, like on that level. Like, hey, you may think you're a first round talent, but there's going to be multiple scouts out there. There's going to be multiple media outlets out there that are going to criticize every little thing you do, and you better be prepared for it. And I think that's why Shador has kind of dialed it back, and he's like, whatever happens, happens. You know, I'm prepared for whatever. And now to me, if he gets to the third round and he's still not drafted, and you get drafted in the third round, whoever drafts him, he's got to take all that now and prove you made the biggest mistake of your life. Don't go out there and talk it. Do it on the field. But the thing that annoyed me the most in night one, because honestly, I've said it for months, the Steeler fan base with this draft was either going to be happy or upset.
Yep.
About 10% of the people understood why they went with Derek Harmon. Everybody wanted Shador there. Nick Saban said it best. You don't reach for a quarterback if it's not the one you feel fits your system. Derek Harmon was the right choice there. You could talk about his injury history all you want. Here's the thing. All that's false because he hasn't missed a game in 3 seasons at Oregon.
Gotcha.
So where are these injuries? Where are they? That's what I want to fucking know. But
go ahead.
But you have to understand with the draft, it's not, okay, let's draft the sexiest name out there. It's we got to draft the needs. That's why if you people watch the draft, it says so-and-so and then needs, and it has all of them down there. Yeah, quarterback was the number one thing. But guess what? The Steelers are also banking on Aaron Rodgers coming to town. So if they don't draft Shador at all, and what I think they wind up doing is, in the 3rd or 4th round, if Will Howard's sitting there, that's who they're drafting.
You guys want to draft a quarterback, but you know you don't want to overpay for one, which is smart. You know what I mean? Because there's no quarterback worth overpaying in this draft, including the number 1 pick, right? That's just kind of the way it is. And I think that's why you guys are playing it close to the vest. There's other teams out there. Like, look, I think Shador is going to end up, you know, if he's available the 3rd round, I'm not going to lie. You guys are probably going to draft his ass. You know what I'm saying? Maybe.
But there's so many. I get quarterbacks the biggest need. It's the one that wasn't addressed correctly in the offseason. But you can't reach with that pick because this year you're limited in picks.
Absolutely.
And I think even with our first pick in the draft, that wasn't a Tomlin pick. Just so everybody knows, because if Tomlin had full autonomy in this draft, Shador was going 21 right then and there. The Rooneys came out and said, no, we have to address defense. That's what we're addressing. This kid is who we want. Cam Hayward's vouching for this kid. This is the kid that's going to take over for Cam when he retires. And guess who's mentoring him? Cam Hayward. I like the pick. I like it. I don't give a shit. The other 90% of Steeler fans that don't have a fucking clue, get a fucking clue. We gave up 300 yards against the Ravens in the wild card. Okay? Not a quarterback. The defensive line.
Yep.
So what do you think the biggest need is to stop that? You draft the next biggest D lineman there is in that spot. And Harmon was it. Could we have gotten Kenneth Grant? Yeah, you would have had to trade up to get him. Miami took him. Okay, there's one off the board. That's the next best one. So you get him. It's a need. It fits. And all the reports out there, even though I don't really buy into them, is he plays like a Steeler or a Raven. So he's fit for the AFC North.
It fits the culture of that division.
I mean, and what I'm shocked about the most is Cincinnati finally realized they have to go defense in this draft. Yeah. Like,
did you hear him?
The draft pick goes, and then the draft pick, Shamar, whatever his name is, goes, I didn't even talk to the Bengals.
He said, I'm going to be a nightmare for Burrow and Lamar Jackson. Wait a minute, dude. Joe Burrow's your quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, you don't even know who's on your fucking team. That's almost as bad as when you watch this draft and there are guys getting drafted and this fan base is going crazy. And it's like, nobody knows who you are.
You ready for this? Remember the poll that I tweeted earlier, Jim? Let's see where we're at. Right?
Well, I told you who I was going with.
I know. But basically, everybody thinks that Shador is going to be off the table. Tyler Shaw is off the table. And we got to go recap all these picks really quick, then get caught up here in about 20 minutes. Jalen Milroe, I think it's the one that's going to stick for you guys because it's a project and it's somebody that you're probably.
I don't hate it and I don't like it.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
It's one of those. It's like when John Cena went heel. I'm just going to be like this.
Yep.
Like, okay, this is what we're doing. Like, but I have no faith in Tomlin drafting a quarterback because we've never properly developed one.
No.
Not under
Absolutely
him.
Not.
So, I mean, if you're drafting Jalen Milroe, and listen, I watched him when I watch Alabama games, and he's got glimpses of being great. But he's also had games where he's looked like
raw material. He's raw material. He's like
Shaq in Blue Chips.
Exactly. He's a raw prospect that if he hits the right system for the skill set, right? Like Josh Allen hit the right system. He fucking, flourished. Lamar Jackson hit the right coach in the right system. So he flourished, right? With the same athletic abilities. Oh, I could drink again, dude. Easter was last week. I served my Lenten promise. So yeah, that's where I think he'll fit. But you guys, it's not like you have a quarterback production factory in Pittsburgh. So
no,
you know what I mean. So I mean, so I like your pick. And by the way, his mother, unbelievable story, dude. With your draft pick, his mom had a stroke when he first went to college. I mean, this kid, mom goes, "Go do you." You know what I'm saying? You are a this is your dream, and at least I don't know if she was able to see him get drafted. If that is the case, dude, that's cool. You know what I mean? I hope she did.
I think she was, because as he got there to tell her, I think is when
She
she
passed away.
passed away. So, I mean,
I hope she did, man, because at least if she died after that, God rest her soul, she died happy, right? Because
but
the
then you got
sacrifice of a mother,
yeah, but then you got these people on social media, these jerk offs. They're like, well, I'll give it a B because his mom passed away. So like, I'm scrolling
fuck
through
you, dude.
I'm scrolling through Instagram, and I was like, you know what? I don't normally do this on Instagram. I'm gonna do it, and if they fucking suspend me, whatever, fuck it, I don't care.
Yeah.
So I forget who the guy was. I wish I remembered his name, but I'm like, your mom should have just opted to give your dad the blowjob that night, because I give this reproduction an F minus 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 minus. I said, because you're the world's biggest piece of shit.
Yeah,
Like, you're gonna give this team a B. You're gonna give this pick a B solely because his mom passed away. I said that makes you an ultimate piece of shit. Go fuck
not
yourself.
when a piece of shit had a piece of shit. And it's messed up, dude. You kind of picking a real life issue, right? A real life
Yeah.
moment here from a kid who. Let me tell you something, brother. That mother, stroke and all, probably sacrificed so much because
Yeah.
she wanted to make sure her son made it to the level where he knew she could. And for that being said, this guy probably comes from real pieces of shit parents as well. The guy you commented on the feed. You know what I mean? So F him
Probably.
in the ear.
Yeah.
All right, let's see real quick. Let me open up here. Let's do a quick recap on round one. We know Cam Ward. There's enough said about that. Travis Hunter, you set your piece. I look. I don't know. I like Travis Hunter. Hell of an athlete. Great story. I don't know if he was worth moving up that much. Right. I'm not sure what they gave up. I know they usually says here,
In
but
essence, they gave him an extra pick in their first round pick in 2026, and I think they just flip flopped everything else.
Okay, so it's not that bad.
So it's not like you gave up the world to get him. I mean, the kicker really is next year's first round draft pick, which means this team is thinking, hey, we're going to be a playoff team next year. So fuck it. If it's like in the late 20s, fuck it. Give it to Cleveland. Let them have it. Who gives a shit?
Yep.
I mean, which I feel, I like the mentality of which Jacksonville's going. People sit there and be like, oh, well, that's because, he's buddy with a Jaguar fan and they do a podcast and whatever the fuck ever. No, it's not why. I liked it. I felt it set the tone for what Jacksonville's trying to do. They're trying to do something like in a new way instead of doing what they normally do. And that's something where, for me, for a guy who could play both sides of the ball and plays it well, that's the guy you go up and get. Like, if Pittsburgh had the balls to do that, I mean, you'd have to do business with somebody in your division to get it done. But shit, if Pittsburgh had done that, ooh, I would have loved it.
Here's the other thing. And I get it. They also have a rookie. They got a new head coach, right?
You got Liam Cohen from Tampa. So you got a rookie head coach. You got a rookie GM.
GM, exactly. There's a lot of rookies over there. A lot of like young nerdy motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying, dude? Just that running that organization. So I think they got to prove. So they just swung for the best pick that fits what they're looking for. I know Travis Hunt. Yeah, Travis Hunter said that he has to play both ways. If not, he's gonna retire from football. I just want to break the Travis Hunter that you're gonna play whatever the fuck they play you. You know what I mean? So if it's gonna be defense most of the time,
the way I read
defense.
it today was they're gonna have him in the wide receiver room, but he's gonna meet with the DBs. And I think, because you don't want to burn this kid out.
No.
Like, you don't want to go into year 5 in his 5th year option and he's burnt out and he retires in year 6 because he can't do it anymore. So if you're going to have him play both sides of the ball, you're going to kind of, you kind of almost got to alternate it from game to game. Which is like, all right, hey, you know what? Game 1, week 1, you're going to be wide receiver. Week 2, you'll be wide receiver. Then weeks 3 and 4, we'll have you as a DB. And then week 5 and 6, we'll go back. And then you get the bye week whenever that is. And then if you do it like that, it could work. And I understand, listen, the kid's used to doing it. And he's going to tell you.
But it's college, bro. It's
college. Can handle it. He's going to tell you his body can handle it. The problem is now you're playing in the NFL. The hits are harder. The game is faster.
Way faster.
So, he may realize, hey, I can't do this on this level. I got to choose one. And whichever one he chooses, he's going to be phenomenal at either one. So I just think, like again, I get Cleveland's game plan, but I also think you kind of shit the bed in the same token because it's like, how do you pass on this generational talent for Mason Graham? I mean, if you were going to draft Mason Graham, then why don't you just draft him with the second pick? And then we all could have shit on you that much more.
Yep. But you know what? Either way.
But then the Giants probably would have took Travis Hunter.
Yes, absolutely. We were going to go with either remember what we said earlier. After drafting, after signing, Crab Boy and Mr. Unlimited, you knew that we're not going quarterback with the first pick. It was going to be probably a second pick or whatever the case may be. And I go jumping on the Giants. Abdul Carter, that was the best player available. You know what I mean? At that point, I honestly, I would have said, I know they want to go defense, but shit, I would have taken a shot at Saquon 2.0 and Allen Genti. You know what I mean? But that wasn't what they were probably looking for. Just to kind of, but look, I'm okay with Abdul. Madul.
To go that high for a running back it's a huge risk.
We did it with Saquon once.
Look at the team. Look at the teams who have done it. The Giants being one of them who recently did it not too long ago. And where's he now?
I just wanted a do-over.
You guys wouldn't have had to have a do-over if they didn't pay Danny Loose change.
Oh, man.
Who's now got to sit behind AR-15 who can't stay awake for a game because he's up all night playing Call of Duty with Kyler Murray.
AR-15 is not going to play many games next year, bro. Because if Joe Flacco took over, I think Danny Dimes going to have a good opportunity to that team. Unless they do something drastically, they're going to have a problem. Oh man, let's see who was
it was them that the Colts didn't have a bad first round taking Tyler Warren. Yeah. In essence, you're getting Dallas Clark 2.0.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
it's kind of what you're getting.
Yep. Will Campbell for LSU, that made sense because you want to protect the quarterback. You know what I mean? That makes sense. I'm going to go with that. And we're going to pass through some of these just to get to the second round. We mentioned Mason Graham, right, with the fifth. Ashton Genti. We knew the Raiders were going to pick Ashton Genti. There was no doubt about it. They were going to pick a damn running back, and that was it.
Because there's no way you're going into this year as the Raiders with Zamir White and Abdullah as your running back.
No. We saw that last year, and everybody was high on Zamir White, right? Because he had a couple of good games to finish the season against a bunch of bums. And when he had to play first team individuals, it was a complete shit show. We got. I mean, like I said, that was self-explanatory. The Jets, I think they're rebuilding pretty much, right? They know they have offensive weapons.
Well, they're another team. They're like Jacksonville. You're trying to create a new identity, and
new coach. New everything.
New coach, new GM, and it's, hey, let's swing for the fences. And who the hell did they even...
Ahmad Membu.
Oh, yeah.
Outside tackle. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you're going to need somebody to protect Justin Fields because he's going to be doing a lot of running. Not to shit on Fields, but he's going to be doing a lot of running if you don't have a beefy offensive line.
That's true. No homo. Tutoria McMillan. This was... I knew they were going to go... I think they were going to go.
In the past few days, he gained a lot of attention.
Mm-hmm. A lot of steam.
And Panthers fans, for the life of me, I've seen some of them complaining, and I'm like,
dude, you need this.
You need a young wide receiver with Bryce Young. Adam Thielen fucking in football years, 9,000 years old. He's only got 2, maybe 3 years left.
Yeah, he'll go great with the other young guy they drafted last year. And I think, as Bryce Young is now super comfortable in that offense, right? And they'll do some more stuff with the offensive line because also they went through free agency. This is a great pick. This is a great pick for them. All right, let's keep moving forward here. What do we have here? I don't know anything about Kellen Banks Jr. So
the only thing I know is that his baby puked on the mom when he got drafted.
That was a kid. Yeah, that's it. That was a kid with the puking. That was hilarious, bro. That was great.
I'm sitting there things I don't want to see in the draft for 300, Alex.
Yep. Colston Loveland, right? I thought that they didn't resign what's his name, right? Their tight end, who I think it's actually.
Well, I think this is Komet's last year.
Yeah.
So they're going to go with a 2 tight end system in Chicago. I don't dislike it, but when they first did it, I'm like, but you got Komet there. And I'm thinking, and I go, Well, not for none. I said in Detroit, Ben Johnson liked to kind of use 2 tight ends at times, so it kind of works.
Yep.
Plus,
Now,
Chicago's going to go younger at tight end. So when Komet's contract's up, they're not going to re-sign him. He'll go elsewhere and finish his career. Yep. So it's not a bad pick. And honestly, they should have took Tyler Warren, but they feel that this kid's got a bigger upside. So again, like people complain about the picks, but are you the one scouting them?
Yep. No, that's where you get to this point.
Just because you watch, solely Michigan football, and you're, oh yeah, this guy's good. Like, you don't know what Tyler Warren's done if you don't watch Penn State games. I mean, we could sit here, we could criticize the picks, we could be happy for him, we could shit on him, we could whatever, but
we're not the one out there.
These guys got to fit in the scheme. And then there's people like Tweetless, like Nick Saban don't know what he's talking about. Yeah, no, he's just only the most fucking legendary, successful college football coach ever that coached one of the best programs that has churned out talent for 2+ fucking decades. But no, he doesn't know what he's saying. Yeah, no, he should shut up.
Dude, people are fucking bunch of bumheads, bro.
Bunch of fucking chooch monsters, that's for sure.
Definitely choochonomics. Michael Williams, I understand exactly why this pick. This is Robert Saleh's MO. I'm going to build a new defense. You know what I mean? That's what he does.
Well, they lost a lot of defensive guys.
They did it on purpose. They were going to bring Saleh back in to re-fucking build the whole thing. You know what I mean? It worked once. It got him to what? 2 Super Bowl visits, right? Shitload of conference championship games. So you know what? Go back to the well. Tyler Booker from Alabama. I could give a shit anything the damn Cowboys do, the Cowgirls. So I know Micah Parsons was so happy. He was, oh yeah, that's my boy. I guess go. I hope they'll.
Well, he wanted who was the wide receiver that went Golden
to the Panthers. Yes. So Golden. The wide receiver Golden didn't go yet.
No, yeah, so it was the other guy. Yeah, it was whatever the freaking the guy that the Panthers took.
Yeah. That's what
the guy I wanted.
Yeah,
because he wanted him lined up with CeeDee Lamb, which would have been a great pairing in Dallas too.
Yep.
But I mean,
Dallas couldn't stop anybody last year either. So,
but then again, you're trying to get the best player to fit the biggest need first, because everything else, people forget how the draft really works. You find a lot of top tier talent later. Russell Wilson, Tom Brady, Brock Purdy, Alex Highsmith. I mean, the list goes on. James Harrison went undrafted, and he's a borderline Hall of Famer.
Yep.
I mean, so to me, draft grading, combine, all this shit. I mean, he's my 5th best player to be drafted in the 4th round. Okay, that's great. But what happens when they fall to the 6th, 7th round and they still produce at the level they would have if they were drafted in the 4th round? I don't know. That's why I hate these mock drafts. Nobody ever hits on them. Like, literally, the only mock draft that was probably the only part of the mock draft anybody probably got right was Cam Ward. And I even said it to Jay, because he goes, I just want Tennessee to take Travis Hunter so we could get Cam Ward at 3, or we get Travis Hunter at 3. I said, that's not happening. But that would have, I think if that happened, like if Tennessee went a different route, that would have shook up the whole draft. Because now it's like, whoa. For weeks and months, we've heard, Cam Ward solidified going to Tennessee. Now Tennessee's going to switch it around. Now does Cleveland do business with Jacksonville? Like, it changes a lot of picks at that point. But luckily it went the way it did, so we'll never know.
Yep. Now, let me see here. Next, let's kind of fast forward through here. Forget about the Dolphins. We mentioned Tyler Warren. They went tight end. Here, they already paid their wide receiver. They got a couple of some other younger guys here. So I think they need a tight end, because I think it's more about, let's see if we could save Anthony Richardson, or if not, Danny Penny fucking suiting up and doing this thing. Jalen Walker, linebacker. I mean, this one I hear, shoot, man. They really want to play that kind of game, defense, right? Because the defense was already pretty good last season. Here, your boy Shamar Stewart, hilarious. You know what I mean? You had no idea who he got drafted by?
Yeah.
Gray Sable. I have no idea who this guy is.
That's
For
what
North Dakota State.
Seahawks fans, because there's one of the podcasts that follows me. I follow Time to BS podcast.
Okay.
He's a huge Seahawks fan, so he loved the pick. But there are other people like, who's this fucking guy? I felt a lot of people didn't know who a lot of these kids were being picked.
Okay.
So
that I was in the same boat up to this point. I know who Derek Harmon was. I mean, you guys, like I said, this is a Steeler culture player. You win culture from that round.
Yeah.
Omarion Hampton, running back.
That one confused me.
Yeah.
Because you just signed Najee. Granted, yeah, it's a 1-year deal. Yeah. So it's kind of like, yeah, we just took a flyer out on him. Let's see what he is. But then, you sit there and as these other teams, and I'm sitting there, I'm thinking about it. I go, it's not a bad draft pick for the Chargers because if Najee doesn't pan out, you got this kid to fall back on.
And Harbaugh runs the shit out of the ball, so there'll be plenty of carries, I think, for both guys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, it also says that they have no plans of bringing Dobbins back either.
Exactly. Absolutely not. He's not coming back. Donovan Jackson, Ohio State. Yeah, I can see why they got a guard. They don't need any more offensive players. Their big question mark here is their quarterback because you have no idea what's going to happen in the Vikings. Jackson Dart, again, I think we overpaid for this. We kind of blew our wad here. You know what I'm saying? I think this is like
there was a ton of Giants podcasts I've seen today. And one guy goes, they created so many questions with that we don't have answers to. Now DeVito, I read, wants to get traded. Okay, so what?
DeVito needs to shut the fuck up. Bro.
Like not for nothing, DeVito. You're a novelty act.
Yeah, dude, that's why they keep you, bro.
There's a culture in Jersey that loves you for a reason. I mean, ufa maron, the reason why you liked because you're not the guy. Like, did he think after Russell Wilson left and Jameis goes, did he think he was going to be the heir apparent to all this?
Dude, you sell pizzas, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro?
You know who he reminds me of? Like, he reminds me of
a Jersey Shore guy, bro, from the Cats.
He reminds me of Anthony Soprano Jr. Granted, it's a character, but it's like the kid lacks everything. He just lacks everything. He's just like not there. Like, I mean, he's
never taken over the family business. Yeah, right. He's never taken over the family business. They were just gonna give you a job.
He's like you gave him an opportunity when you had no other quarterbacks. And it's like when AJ tries to kill Uncle Junior in the fucking old fart home and he drops the knife and fucks it up. It's like, okay, now here comes fucking Tony is the head coach. You fucked up. Blah, 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 blah. Bench you go.
Or to make it more relatable, you're the family that owns the supermarket, right? And the son who's supposed to take over for the dad is at the cashier register and he's already like 29. You know what I mean? Because he can't run the books. He can't run the store. So, shit, I got to give him a job. You know what I mean? Hopefully he'll learn.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, the late bloomer child.
Exactly.
Figures it out at 50.
But overall, again, Jackson Dart, it is a project. He does have great mobility, has the arm. The accuracy is what sucks. I mean, this guy had his best games against really shitty teams. And then when he faced the good teams, it was like he had more picks and touchdowns. So it's a question mark, and I'm not very, very excited about, Ozempic Dable. You know what I'm saying, dude? Building something special here because he's kind of bombed it 2 out of 3 years, and so we'll see. Another risk, which I think we overpaid for it. I think we could have probably gotten him with whatever pick we had that we traded down to. You know what I'm saying? So let me see. James Spear, Tennessee, an edge. Yeah, this is what it is. They went defense because they had no other choice.
Yeah.
In the first round here are the Malachi Starks, James Conley Jr., Maxwell Harrison, Campbell from Alabama. God, that was good. And Josh Simmons. What do you like? Anything here in particular that jumps out the page or?
Who the fuck are these guys?
with that being said, let's go to the second round, Jim.
I'm not gonna lie. Who the fuck are these guys? I mean, the only thing I like is, again, Baltimore manages to always draft well.
Yeah, they do.
And of course, Philly finds a way to get another guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what is Kansas City doing? You got beat by the Eagles in the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Okay, and then you do business with them.
That's right.
Oh,
That's right.
I
Starting off
fucking,
the second.
I was
Sorry.
fucking laughing at that point. I'm
What do
like,
you
I
think
can't.
here? Starting off the second round, we got Carson Schwetzinger or Schwetzinger. He sounds like a beer. Give me a Schwetzinger. Dark. I want an Irish car bomb, sir, but with a Schwetzinger. No Guinness.
I actually, because when they showed, like, because they're never going to show the negatives on any of these guys.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, no,
But
he's good.
this isn't a bad pickup for. I can't believe this is the first time where I give Cleveland more credit than I usually do.
Yeah, you've done well for them in this draft so far, man. You know what I'm saying?
It's almost like now Andrew Berry's realized, well, you know what it is, because they got to get people to finance that $1 billion fucking stadium that they want.
Yep,
and
they have to do.
They maybe this is the game plan that they told Myles Garrett. This is what we're gonna do. Don't leave, and to me that was a ploy to get more money out of him, but whatever. But I just feel they hit on their first two picks. They addressed their biggest need. Quarterback is the biggest one, but again, they're waiting till 2026. Now, you have Flacco back in Cleveland, right?
Yeah, they have Flacco back.
So now does Flacco? We saw what Flacco did when he took over for the fucking Predator.
But Flacco is done. He can't play a full season, dude. He'll give you 2 good games, and then I'm done. You know what I mean, bro?
There's no way if you trot him out there for all 17 games.
Oh, dude, he's gonna be. Oh, that's gonna be horrible.
Going
good for you guys.
If he does it, they may finish 500. Because then after that, it's Kenny Pickett
or DTS.
No, they traded him.
They traded him. They traded him. That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
but Swizzy over here, that's good. That's a good pick. I mean, they know their offense sucks, so they just got to try to hold people down and win some defensive games.
And then they had another good pick a few picks later that I'm sure we're going to hit on.
Yes, Christian Judkins. We'll get to him. What do you think about Jaden Higgins, another wide receiver here? I'm assuming, this is replacing what's his name, Stephon Diggs, right?
Yeah,
somebody alongside their 2 horses.
Well,
that makes sense for them.
My ex's boyfriend goes, "Why would they draft a wide receiver there?" I said, "Think about it. You lost Diggs.
Yep.
Tank Dell's out for the whole year.
Yep.
Who's Stroud throwing to other than Nico Collins and Dalton Schultz?"
Absolutely, and they're saying that's Nico Collins kind of comp. You know what I mean? Comparison based on Matt Miller's pro comp here. I'm reading it right now on this draft. Nick Emamori. Oh God, man, the fucking true Latino is coming out on me here reading these names. A safety in South Carolina. No idea who this cat is. Do you know who he is?
No, but he's a hell of a talent, though. Apparently,
yeah, he is. He looks athletic as shit. All right, this is your other props. Giving him right here. A running back here, Keshawn Judkins. Ohio State. I know this guy. I saw him play on TV. So
yeah,
Ohio State running backs, man.
He decimated Notre Dame.
Yes, he did. He did.
I think this tells you they may not be bringing Chubb back.
No, I don't think so. Chubb is done. He's done.
Like, that's the thing people don't realize. This draft is giving you a lot of insight you're not really looking into.
Yep.
So when you look at certain picks, you got to realize, you got to really think. Like people that don't really think have to start thinking. That's when you're going to smell the wood burning in their fucking brains.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why are we drafting this guy? Well, that's because they're not going to take granted, Nick Chubb was good in Cleveland, but I don't think they're going to risk.
No, they can't, dude. I mean, it's
and even if they do and he gets hurt again, okay, now you have a good safety net. So, I mean,
that was a good pick. Now, you need a running back.
I mean, so right now, if the draft ended right now, I would give Cleveland an A. Which
they are to me. They are. They are.
I'd fucking say.
Yeah. No, they're picking. They know that they're so done at quarterback, and there's no quarterbacks in this draft in the first couple of rounds that's gonna get them off the hole, right? So why not just, hey, let's take a year off, right? Let's see what we have. We got some people that they gave all that money to what's his name, so I might as well just wait for next season. I'm not surprised with Miami picking a guard. They need it. What do you think of Trayvon Henderson here? Anybody that comes out of Ohio State. First running back, second running back, they're always going to be pretty good pros, right? You know what I mean? Whether they're not stars
it gives you another weapon for Drake May.
Yes. What they're doing is making Drake May comfortable, right? Year 2. they know what he could do from a skill set. The guy's a beast, right? But if you give him enough time to throw the football, that's why they're doing guards. Let him, more running plays, so they like that. It could protect the quarterback and open up that passing game because they know the skill set he has. So I'm good with that. I'm gonna skip the Bears here with anything, but let's go to the Saints here. Tyler Shaw again. Didn't think he was gonna go before Shedeur Sanders.
I literally died laughing at this pick.
Yeah, Tyler Shaw,
As
bro.
you said, I think it had to be about 10, 15 minutes before you sent me the link to hop on and before all the technical difficulties.
Yep.
And I'm dying because I saw his pro day, the bad one.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is the guy. But then again, the way they're explaining it is, well, he's 26. He's seen a lot of football. Does he really need to be groomed into it if Derek Carr goes down?
So did Henke. Remember that quarterback for Miami, bro, who won the Heisman and shit like that back in the day? And he was a Henke. I forget his damn name, bro. That guy also played a lot of football because he was like 27.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And what happened to him? But this is crazy that another quarterback gets chosen before Shedeur. And I'm not keeping, I'm trying to get to that. I'm not keeping tabs here. Shedeur hasn't gotten picked yet, right? Nope, not yet.
I don't think so.
I'm scrolling to the 56th pick in the second round here. Not yet. Another one here. This guy, I mean, look, and when it comes to the pro day, sometimes these guys go out there with, not the receiver and, just throwing in shorts. It's not, let's see. Sometimes a little deceiving, but this guy looked really bad. He just overall looked really, really bad. TJ Sanders, man, defensive tackle from South Carolina. What do you think of this pick for like the Bills are not really focusing right now on any offense here?
Well, why should they? Because Josh Allen could take no-namers and make them weapons.
That's right.
So that's what they're counting on.
You're right about that.
I mean, again, if it's a need and it's there, you take it. I mean, if it's a guy that's going to fit your system, your culture, again, and it's going to be said a lot tonight, the guy fits the system. He fits the culture. He knows the coaching scheme because maybe it's similar to what he learned playing at whatever fucking university that these kids are coming from. And he fits and it works out. Great. But
no, I get it.
I
get it. Mason Taylor, bro.
Have to address offense at some point because Josh Allen can't turn everybody into a mega weapon.
Man. He can't run the damn football. He can't be, busting people down, bro, for another season.
No, if you want him to finish out the rest of this extension he just got, you're going to have to friggin' keep him healthy somehow.
Mason Taylor, I like this pick. I like this pick from LSU for the Jets. I mean, they already have a lot of good offensive weapons. I think they want to bring a tight end that's athletic, right?
Yeah.
So I think this is a good pick for the Jets. It's one of those things where they want guys where they could piece in and make Justin Fields' job a little easier. You know what I'm saying, man? And Justin Field does well with tight ends.
Yeah.
So he did it with Komet, with your team as well. So I think that's good. I mean, alongside Breece Hall last year of his contract.
Breece Hall apparently I'm hearing is a tradable piece, which to me makes no sense.
Yeah.
I mean, Breece Hall's one of those guys on the Jets that actually like that. Like, if we were doing a fantasy draft right now, I would draft him in, like, the 5th round if he's available.
Oh, absolutely. I think with any team.
Yeah.
Alfred Collins, defensive tackle. Here we go. I'm sorry. Go ahead, man.
But I wouldn't trade him. If I'm the Jets, I wouldn't trade him.
No, I don't think they will.
With him and Breland Allen in the backfield, that's That's a good fucking two-headed monster to have. One's got speed and one's a beast.
Yeah, it's going to be Robert Saleh 2.0 because, Glenn is a defensive-minded individual, OC as well. So we'll see what happens there. Alfred Collins, again, this is all Robert Saleh type of draft, right? I'm gonna beef up this defense through the draft because the 49ers have like 3 more picks in the 3rd round or 4th or something like that. They got to be feasting.
I forget it's them and I think Baltimore have the most picks this year again.
Yes. 11, and then 10. I think the Giants have 10 this year too. So, which I'm telling you, the running backs are going to start flying off the wall. Skidabo and all the other guys and other wide receivers here shortly after this round probably, and that's where the 49ers are probably going to grab Skidabo. And we'll talk.
If Skidabo's there at 83, 89, whatever pick we have.
Yep,
I'm taking him.
Yeah, I think you should. I think you should. I'll take him. I'll take them too, man. Let me see here. We got a couple of edge rusher here for Dallas. Yeah, again, they're focusing on that defense. Same thing with Ohio State's made good pro. Terrence Ferguson, was he one of the he was not one of the top 2-3s, right? Tight ends out there, this kid right here, or was he? I don't know who he is. I know
Neither do
he
I, so I can't say yeah or no to that one.
yeah, me neither. Let's skip that one. Will Johnson, Michigan cornerback. I guess anybody that made, from Michigan should get drafted. No idea who this guy is.
Well, he was one that they said was projected first round, but then they're saying stuff with his knee. Like, it was a lot of medical stuff with him that kind of hindered. And that's the other thing people fail to realize: when there's red flags about a guy's medical state, his stock is going to fall. That's it. Like,
because your Abuelito Loco's in the house. What about that Steeler pick from last night? He came in too late for the
yeah.
We talked about it a little earlier.
Yeah, I only talked about that 45 minutes ago. You old fuck.
We started with that.
Yeah, jackass.
Let me see here. Again, we have the Bengals, man. They are. It makes sense for them to beef up their damn defense, right? Right, Jim. I mean, you're already covering off.
Gave up the most yards all year.
Yeah, you kind of like already spent all your money on offense, right? So I don't think you drafted anything offensively up to this fucking point. So I still Elijah
draft, and they need to.
Yep. Yeah, Elijah Arroyo from Miami. This guy, I'm glad. The other guy, what's the other tight end they have that's like 28? I think he was able to come back for another season, play in Miami. I think NIL, I forgot his name. Some dude that's like 28 years old was the other tight end. I saw this guy played. He's in the right system. This guy can probably, he's a good offensive weapon here, but I don't think it's gonna be much here. Texas A&M. Let me see anybody of his names here, Jim, before we hit the best available players and we kind of get live here. Anthony Belton, Trey Harris. That's he's Ole Miss. I think again, college football is not my strongest suit here. That's where I rely on here. Best comp is Rashee Rice. Is that same? Maybe he likes to go fast. And
I wouldn't want to be compared. I wouldn't want to be compared to Rashee Rice. Well, for the off the field stuff.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so offensive guard, and there we go, man. Right now, the Raiders are on the clock. Let's get back over here. The Raiders are on the clock, and selection. Oh, the Detroit Lions selected Tate Ratledge.
That guy's amazing, Tate Ratledge.
His name alone is oh, come on, man. Dude, stop. What the hell is this? This is not a good day today, man. The technical. We need a producer in the show, bro.
Yeah, we'll get one of the guys at WFAN who then come on and host the show and don't have a clue to what the fuck he's talking about.
Exactly.
Oh,
man.
God. That reminds me. Greg Giannotti went off on a fan today because they were talking about the Jackson Dart.
Okay.
So I guess the guy's an Ole Miss fan. He's like, well, how can you say you don't like the pick? He's like, I'm a Vikings fan. I didn't like J.J. McCarthy being picked. He goes, don't you call here telling me. And they're like arguing with each other for like 3 minutes, and then he finally just hangs up on him.
Let me see here. This guy, yeah. So Tate Ratledge is an offensive guard on the clock right now. This, one thing they need to do about the draft, Jim, is they need to like make it a little quicker. 7 fucking minutes, bro. This is insane. Oh, the Raiders got the pick in. The pick is in for the Raiders. We're gonna actually announce our first pick live here, and their needs. I believe I don't know why they have running back needs in there.
I guess they need a second running back. I mean, if you're gonna start Genty, then I don't mind Zamir White being the backup.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll see where that goes.
Unless they do it. Unless they take Shador here, who knows? I kind of just want Shador off the board so we could just stop with, they're going to take him with the third, the Steelers are going to take him with the third round. They have to take him there. No, they don't.
Honestly, Raiders make sense, and so are the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As a guy that doesn't need to start this year or even next year.
Because that's the thing, because if the Steelers draft him, every Steeler fan's going to be like, he's got to be the savior. This is the guy. This is going to be the next Ben. Blah, 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 blah. Like, no, this guy's not going to be the next Ben.
Your people will be out there with picket fences, bro, trying to make sure, just demanding that Shador starts. I think anywhere he goes, people are going to do that. Does he have his own tent still up over there? You know, his own little room, his own little like.
The last I saw, I think they were outside because Dion was on the couch watching it from his laptop.
Okay. Oh, so, Jack Beck, wide receiver from TCU.
Oh, that guy's phenomenal.
He's good, or he's bullshit?
He's fucking phenomenal. That guy, listen, he's got a great package to him. I mean, this guy could catch, he could run routes. This guy does everything a wide receiver should do.
Okay, really.
Mel Kiper has probably got a hard on for this guy already.
Wow. Yeah, he say that he rarely drops any footballs. He's fast.
Wow, I was just making it all up.
Yeah. he's just the fifth player in TCU history to record 1,000 receiving yards. All right. So he was named the 2025 Senior Bowl most valuable player. Do they play still with Pat in the Senior Bowl? I mean, unlike the NFL. So believe it or not, it was a trade from Houston. Houston traded down to get this for the Raiders to get this young man over here.
Wow.
I'm scouting. Oh, the Ravens are up next, Jim. The Ravens are up next right now on the clock.
Ravens drafting Shador Sanders.
That would be insane. Let's go take a look at the best available here. Best available. I'm going to go overall here. Of course, you got Mike Green, edge from Marshall. We are Marshall.
Well, that's the guy who a lot of people are very afraid because he was accused of sexual assault twice, didn't get charged, and he openly admitted it in a lot of the interviews that he did with teams. He openly admitted it. And plus, I think it was already out there. So how are you going to really hide that? Like that's another thing. Like injuries are always going to be a red flag, and just all the other outside shit is going to affect your draft stock. So
then I think at this point he's probably a steal if you draft him because he's probably, in other words, he's trying to say he probably would have gone in the first round if it wasn't for the.
Well, that's what they were saying. I think he was projected low in the first into maybe the second.
Okay.
So, I mean, again, this is one of those where you go into rounds 2 and 3, and there's still some big names out there that normally wouldn't be out there.
No, I mean, you got, of course, Shador. This guy, as you mentioned, Skidabo is there as well.
It almost makes you wonder with Shador, honestly. Did he maybe make the mistake of playing his senior year? Maybe he should have just went last year.
Here's the thing: last year he would have just gotten drafted probably in the 5th round. I mean, he has to get drafted next, bro.
Well, it may be looking like that tonight too. So
yeah, no, you're right.
A year later for the same result that could have been last year.
You're right. You're completely right. Let me go to the draft cast here on the clock, and the pick is in for the Ravens. Who do they get? The Ravens
select the towel boy from Michigan State University.
Yeah, I mean, shit. Previous pick. The fuck? I hate this. This interactive. ESPN needs to do a better job of their interactive damn boards.
Well, there was something I seen, and I did an episode on it maybe about a little over a year ago. We probably discussed it on here as well. Somebody tweeted out that they're tired of seeing this with all the bad teams getting the top picks in the draft. They need to go to a lottery.
You mentioned that a couple of times.
Like the NBA, and people like,
ping pong.
Yeah, they need to do that. And other people like, no, why ruin what works? And it's like, okay, yeah, it works, but at the same time, like, it kind of gets boring after a while. It's like, it's like we already know by like week 15, well, this team's got the number 1 pick. And then you throw these kids into these situations. Like now Cam Ward's got to be the savior for Tennessee because they banked on Will Levis, and look what happened there. And that I read something. I don't know how accurate this is, that the Steelers are one of the teams that could potentially trade for Will Levis. I don't want Mayo Boy in fucking Pittsburgh.
Oh, man. That's not good.
At this point, I've already upset so many Steeler fans by saying I'm ready just to ride into this year with Mason. Fuck it. Let him rip.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to rip something, but...
Yeah. I mean, he's got the goatee. The Mason aura is real right now.
Hey, man, I mean, he had some good games with Tennessee last year when he took over. I mean, he was definitely letting it rip.
He wasn't bad when Pittsburgh gave him an actual chance. Like when they let him run the playbook. Like he wasn't that bad. I mean, that last opening drive touchdown was when Mason was the starter to George Pickens against Cincinnati.
Yep. Let's see what he does, though.
It was either Thursday night I think it might have been Thursday Night Football, that game. But, I mean, it doesn't even matter, because even if you draft Shador, he's not starting week 1, so I don't...
No, it doesn't matter. At this point, the quarterbacks are not starting week 1. Any single quarterback that's left.
Listen, I get it. It's the sexiest name out there. I mean, it's so sexy. Mel Kiper's fucking deep-throating this kid from fucking Green Bay, and Shador's over there in Dallas just hanging out. I mean, shit. I mean, how much did the Sanders family pay this guy to fucking, like, just...
I was going to say that. How much money, dude? How much freaking money, dude, did they pay, most Mel Kiper pay to just, like, you know, kind of influence the draft here? It's like election buy-in here, bro. You know what I mean?
It's like, at some point, like, I'm looking at the TV, I'm just like, shut the fuck up, Mel Kiper. Because it's just enough. Like, shut up. I mean, it's just like, oh, he's the best quarterback in the draft. No, he's not the best. I'm not saying he's the shittiest, but he's like, to me, from what I've seen, he's mid at best, that if you bring him in, he's just going to be another project.
He is 50-50, like anybody else.
Yeah.
While we wait for the next pick, I want to share something with you. This is actually pretty cool. Let me see here. Can you see my screen?
I saw this.
They brought in Warren Moon, and you know his jersey is retired. He unretired. I don't know why he would do that, but this is pretty cool. He's out there. You know what I'm saying? Here comes Warren Moon, one of the best probably to sling the football. Warren still looks like he could fucking throw the football 50 yards on the field.
Warren Moon could come back into the draft and get drafted before Shador does.
That's true, dude. I think Warren Moon could definitely get drafted before Shador does. The pick is not in yet. The pick is in, but they haven't announced it yet.
Of course not.
Because
there's probably 60 different fucking commercials going on.
Dude, this is horrible. I mean, they need to speed it up. I think was it Pat McAfee who...
First off, you don't need 10 minutes for the number 1 pick. If you already know, just give them 2 minutes, announce the fucking thing.
Yeah, or even 7. Right now, they're doing 7 minutes per pick, and the pick is in. I mean, do I need to refresh this damn thing? I mean, shoot, dude. Do I need to refresh the damn feed here, bro? I'm trying to see if I'm missing something, but no, they still haven't announced the damn pick.
It's just...
I mean, for Pete's sake, dude. I mean, I'm going back to the bottom here. I only see Jack Beck. Wide receiver.
I mean, last year it felt like it went a little faster because the 21st pick was around like 10:15, as opposed to last year when it was like at 10:38, almost 11 o'clock at night. I mean, nobody wants to sit up. I mean, granted, yeah, we all love football, but for those who have to work the next day,
it sucks.
You're sitting there, you're staying up till 11:30, almost midnight. And for those who got to travel far to work, it's like, oh, now I got to wake up at 6, and and it feels like you drank all night when you wake up. And
that's true.
It's like
out of the running backs that are left, Caleb Johnson from Iowa. These are probably all. Scadaboo's the only one everybody knows, pretty much, right? I think, and I think that the guy from Tennessee also. But the most notable names are Jalen, Shador, Scadaboo, the guy just mentioned in green. I'm trying to look at anybody else here that jumps out the page. Not really. There's kind of right now is where you want to find the gems, right? This is where the 49ers are good at, finding people in the 3rd round. 49ers do a great job just doing this.
The Steelers do the same thing. I mean, there's countless teams that they find those guys late in the draft.
Yep.
That you don't, that's like, who's this guy? And then all of a sudden you remember, oh yeah, we do. Like, he has a good, like, he doesn't have a great rookie year, but then sophomore year and then going into his 3rd year, and he like kind of comes out, it's like, hey, I'm here now. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, we drafted this guy in the 4th round. This guy's a fucking steal.
Yep. Talking about douchebags, right? It's look at this Eagles reaction to Abdul Carter because he's a Philly guy. I mean, come on, man. It's crazy. No! I don't know. I mean, I know it's all about clicks, but. And this dude with his damn chain, you can't even read what the hell it says on the chain.
absolutely no shot. The Giants literally said, no, screw you guys. We're going to take.
I didn't even know who this chick is. I don't know if she's a famous streamer or not, but
Howie, what the hell are you doing? How do you let the Giants get Abdul Carter?
Well, it's simple. The Giants sucked. You won the Super Bowl, so the Giants got the better pick. That's how that works.
Yeah, that's kind of the way it works. You know what I mean? That's kind of the way it works, man.
Howie Roseman's not going to trade up all the way to the 3rd pick for Abdul Carter. It's not going to do it.
No, it's not. Ready? Ready? The pick is in, Jim. The pick is in. Let me get out of the rounds here. Let's see who the Ravens selected finally. Mike Green from Marshall, edge rusher. Your boy. Hey, your boy. This is interesting.
Again,
right here.
Another guy who falls right into their lap. You know what? You can't blame him for taking a chance.
No. Why would you? Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Baltimore just keeps getting better.
Yep, man. That was it's one of those things that it depends on the team. It's all about, a matter of, like, let's say if we take a risk at what time. I mean, with the 59th pick and the 27th pick or the 2nd round, 59th overall, absolutely, bro.
Yeah. And the thing that's funny is people it's like, because Shador's going to get brought up a lot. Mm-hmm. So people again, to go back, why didn't we draft Shador? We're really going to go into the season with Mason Rudolph in this division. You want Shador to start in this division? I don't fucking think so.
Yeah, no, dude. Shador, I'm telling you, man, that is there's divisions that he could start. That's not one of them.
That's not. I mean,
there's no division. There's no division. No, there's no divisions. I'm sorry, that he should be starting in, and specifically in that division that is I'm going to kill you kind of like stuff. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. Mason at least has been in it and understands it. So Shador would not. See, here's what I hate with my fan base, because they don't understand anything. It's just like, no, we need Shador Sanders because that's the problem. It's the expectations that are put out there by people, whether it's the media, the NFL, the player themselves. Like, okay, it's great. He interviewed well with the Steelers. Tomlin loves him. And then when when your team doesn't draft him, you get all butthurt about it, and you think that's the biggest problem on this team. The Steelers' problems are way more than just what's on the field. It's the coaching. It's a lot of shit, and people just don't want to admit to that.
And maybe this is not saying much, but if the Giants didn't draft him, that should say a lot of things about what everybody thinks of Shador Sanders.
Right?
Yeah. And hopefully this is one of those things, dude, that he will humble him and be like, you know what, dude, I need to step down, because he's now in the territory that he's not going in there and he's going to compete for a job. Because at this point, there's already a starter in place for the team that's going to draft him. There's already a starter in place that he's going to compete all he wants. He just have to show up that, hey, right now, the way that he's got to get on the field is because of an injury, and hopefully he's shown in practice enough that that he's able to do it. He's able to get in there. Oh, we got another pick here. UCF running back R.J. Harvey by the Broncos. That makes sense. And Trey Amos, a cornerback for the Redskins. The Commandos. which it makes sense with the Commanders too. They've been beefing up on defense. They need to, right? You know what I mean? They're good on offense. They definitely need to beef up on defense, because that was one of the reasons they got destroyed by the by the Eagles. So regardless of whether we know these people or not, you know what I mean? So all right,
that's the thing. Back. You don't have to know who the fucking guy is, as long as he shows up on Sunday and helps you win. Who gives a shit where he's drafted at this point?
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. Let me see what else we got here. Did you see this? Well, we wait for the next pick. Let me bring another video I had here. Did you see this? Oh, come on. I didn't know that Bo Nix had a brother. You know what I'm saying? Like a brother, like a stepbrother that played with him in Oregon. He's a wide receiver, and he's actually entering the draft. I don't think he's gotten drafted yet.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, look, check this out. I'm gonna go back to my let me go back here because there was some audio issues. I'm telling you, the internet is on fire. People saying why they don't draft Shedeur Sanders. And there's a lot of things. And please, let's not make this about race because it's not. You know what I mean? It's not. Here, let me play this real quick. Check this out, dude. Let me know when you see the Johnson jersey there. You see that?
Yeah.
Check this out, dude.
He saw me right now, I'd be like, there's no way. Little kid dreamed to go to Oregon. He made it there.
30, 35, 40. He's got the speed. He's got room. He's going to score.
And now he's...
I'm going to go out there. He is adopted, right? It's just no way that he's adopted, right?
Have a life-changing moment in a few weeks.
Yeah.
What motivates me the most is...
Johnson.
I say family. And when I say family, it's biological and adopted. The USC game is probably my favorite memory, the 77-yarder. I'm playing with my brother again, playing with Bo. The camera shows Bo running, smiling with a hand up. And then when I do spin, you see my entire family in the stadium cheering. Mom's mouth open. Sarah's literally 3 feet off the ground jumping. It's my favorite memory. I never forget it.
The first memory I have of Tez is I'd probably been on the job 3-4 weeks, and here comes Bebop in this little, and when I say little, I mean...
Yeah, so he adopted him while he was a grown-up?
I guess they adopted him in high school.
In high school, bro, because the pops was the coach.
A little bitty kid.
His head was just kind of bouncing around like a little bobblehead.
And I'll never forget Bo said, I don't know who that little kid is, but he's incredible.
I was at the grocery store and I got a call and said, I'm bringing a kid home. Tez is not the only kid that we brought in for a couple of days. He's the one that stayed the longest.
Walked into the house and I was like, okay, I'm not leaving. They was eating at the dinner table. I was like, wow, they have something I'm missing right now and I want part of it.
It's changed the relationship and the dynamics of our entire family. You don't really remember life without.
Yeah, that Caleb dude is not playing any sports, right? Because I've never heard of him. The other one, the other biological younger brother. That kid got fucked when they adopted Johnson.
Tez.
I know how he impacts and affects our lives.
A lot of people look at us and was like, oh, you took Tez in. But what people don't really realize is what he taught us. What he taught us as parents, what he taught us as people, what he taught my kids. For Tez, there is this lifetime of you are not.
There's going to be a lot of NFL teams that sit there and say, he's too small. And then you're going to sit back in about 10 years and you're going to think, God, we missed on that kid.
I think the naysayers, I always had a narrative on me at a young age that you're too small and that you can't do it. So I always been the type of kid that, all right, I'm going to prove this guy wrong.
Tez Johnson. They're having trouble covering him. Tez at a 5. Touchdown.
He kind of just started taking games over, and that's when I knew.
I'm shifty, I'm quick. I can get to the ground when I need to be, but every last one of my plays is going to be electrifying. I'm very ready. Just hearing the name called on the TV from the guy you always dreamed of getting your name called by.
Johnson weaving his way for a first down. Tez Johnson, we knew he was capable, and he got it done.
I'm just thinking there's one lucky team. You just need one team to believe in you.
What are the odds he gets drafted by the Broncos? Because he's going to be a late round pick, right? He's a small guy, kind of like a gadget kind of guy. You know what I'm saying, dude?
He's like a Tyler Lockett.
Exactly. Tyler Lockett, Xavier Worthy, right? Same height, maybe same speed, small, but it seems like he has good hands.
I know where he would fit in.
Oh, shit, yeah. With the Giants.
No. I mean, well, yeah, he could fit in. No. He could fit. After seeing that, he could fit in with a lot of teams. Right now, if he's there in the fifth, sixth round, and I'm the Steelers, I'm pulling that trigger.
That's kind of where we're going with Tez. But shut out, man. That's kind of cool. Oh, I got my boy Carlos Plasencia. He's my brother. What's up, little bro? How you doing, man? He's in the building. He's known this kid since he was like in diapers, man. What's up, little bro? Thanks for popping on, man. Yeah, man. So we are definitely here. Let me see. Let's go back to this over here. Oh, hold on a second. Your Bears have selected Shamar Turner, Texas A&M. Jim, what do you know about this guy?
I know his name's Shamar Turner, Texas A&M. Miles Garrett went to Texas A&M. This guy went to Texas A&M. Great kid. Great kid. Good head on his shoulders. Stays out of trouble. He has no sexual assault accusations on him. No DWIs that we know of. No nothing.
No crashes either. All right.
No crashes, no speeding violations, clean driving record. That's all we need to know. Good fit there in Chicago. Great pick, Chicago. Good job, Ben Johnson. Khalid Williams will still be 5-12 next season.
He's a defensive disruptor, according to this, who slips blocks, locates the ball, and makes plays in the backfield. He splits double teams well, bro. There we go.
Well, isn't that what you want your defensive players to do?
Yeah, that's pretty much, man. F around and
right
find out.
About any defensive player.
Hey, what are you smoking today?
The fuck is this thing? The acid.
Oh, I had that.
Mantra. The acid mantra.
I've had that. I had stuff from acid.
It's pretty good, and it's got that salt water taffy like flavoring to the tip, which is pretty good.
I have this. It's called the Circus, not from the clowns, but it's something Nicaragua. It's not bad as that blend. You know what I mean? When you blend both the cigars, which I love. You ever like? I like these. I like those. Those two double wrappers.
I actually get the tri-wrapper ones.
Okay, really? I haven't.
Where it's the light brown, dark brown, and then it's got green.
I never had one of those.
They call it the tri barber pole or something like that.
Okay. Carlos, the Giants haven't picked in the second round yet because they don't have any picks for the second round because they traded. But this is they got Jackson Dart yesterday, a quarterback with the 25th pick, and Abdul Carter, baby.
Could have had Jackson Dart in the second round.
Yep.
Well, no, maybe not. So a lot of teams were high on him. Like the Browns, I think, were one of them.
Yep.
The Saints, I think, were another team. So you might not have gotten them.
Yep. Look at Omar Norman Lott for Tennessee, who just got drafted by the Chiefs. The Chiefs again, they're doing defense, man.
Yeah.
They're sticking with defense.
Well, they lost some pieces too. That's the thing that people don't realize. A lot of teams lost a lot of key pieces, and now you have to fill them in. And if you can't do it in free agency, this is the draft to kind of do it in.
Carlos de Plasencia is a really good smoke, by the way. We've had some of the show. That's his last name, brother. Yeah,
I have it. Not that
I have it. It's not a bad stick. It's good. I'm done. Let me see what. Okay, let's talk about this right now. The Eagles are on the clock, bro. Let's look at best available players, right? Let's look at best available players. Out of all these right here, I know it's not going to be Scatterbo, right? Because I got Saquon Barkley, but maybe. But I'm looking, and they're probably going to go defense as well.
Probably
going to go defense as well. And you got Darius Alexander, who is regarded probably the top best player available right now. He's a pass rusher, probably strengthen that defensive line. Definitely not going to be Shedeur Sanders. Maybe they go corner, right? Maybe they go edge here with Jordan Burch.
I could see him going corner because don't forget they traded Gardner Johnson.
That's correct. I think it's going to be a corner, and it's going to be between Thomas. I cannot pronounce his first name. Azarai. Probably not a bad shot there. Azarai. And or Jordan Burch. And I'm just only going to focus on this page here because there's like 12 fucking pages of best available players, bro. Let's keep it simple, stupid. And I
think they go Jordan Burch if I had to just randomly guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's if they go corner, of course.
Yep. And if they draft Shedeur Sanders, I think I'm going to walk out of the stream.
If they draft Shedeur Sanders, episode's done. I'm going to fucking jump off a fucking bridge.
Me too, man. I'm going to.
That would make no sense. After years of good drafts by the Eagles, to then say, fuck it, we're going to give somebody something to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you now, if we get Shedeur drafted in the third round by the Steelers,
that's acceptable, dude.
There may be a crash out that Aaron at Brutally Honest is dying to see.
Hey, if Aaron is on the stream, comment. If Shedeur Sanders gets drafted, I'll send you a link.
He's just gonna add to it. I'm just gonna really just go to fuck off because it's not. All right, I forget who I was talking to about it. And when you draft a quarterback, right, you don't know what they're going to be. So you take Ben Roethlisberger as the prime example. So we're going to go back to 2004 here. Nobody knew who the fuck Miami of Ohio was, or who Ben Roethlisberger was, or what he was going to be.
Nope.
He replaces Tommy Maddox, and he rewrites history for himself.
Tommy Maddox.
And it's all out of sheer luck.
Mm-hmm.
It's just about the right opportunity, the right time, the system at the time, the coaching scheme, whatever it is, it fit Ben, and that's it. And that doesn't, and that's the problem when everybody wants a certain guy in Pittsburgh, is they expect that Ben Roethlisberger-esque quarterback. And not many can do that. Like
that's
when
generational,
when Drew Bledsoe gets his knee shredded and Tom Brady came in, who knew from that game on Tom Brady would become the greatest of all time?
That's generational, bro. I mean, who the fuck thought Brock Purdy was gonna freaking take the damn team to a Super Bowl?
Who thought that? Let's be honest. Who thought Mahomes would be what Mahomes is today?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, same thing. The Commanders took a huge risk in Jaden Daniels' great rookie year. If you redrafted last year's draft, the Bears are taking Jaden Daniels now. Khalid Williams' stock would have fallen.
But here's the thing. The reason why Jaden was so good is because they had the right staff, right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The OC, he made Kyler Murray have his best freaking years. You know what I'm saying, dude? Great defensive coach. He was smart. He was like, yo, listen, dude, if I bring you in here, man, what can you do? I was like, no, we going with this dude. Oh, hold on a second. The pick is in. And let me answer Carlos before that. Eagles are definitely in the hunt to repeat it again. There's no doubt about it. They didn't lose much, and they're just retooling again with players. And let's take a look, and let's see if that's honestly where we have that safety. There we go. Safety. Andrew Makuba. Oh, shit. I think
Close enough.
Cuban. Close enough. Makuba from Texas. All right, let's read the pre-analyst analysis here, pre-draft analysis.
He's 4.45.
Oh yeah, it's a 4.45 in the combine. All right, he reads the quarterback and has the range to play center field. That screams athleticism here, bro.
So in other words, they found a fancier way to say he's a ball hawk.
Yes, his.
Just fucking say he's a ball hawk.
Hold on a second.
You gotta write a fucking article, but shit.
Look, hold on a second. His arms are short, but he closes at times. His hits well enough to break up catches. I don't know. Short arms?
Maybe they know something we don't. And Rob, it's Shador, not Shadow. Learn how to spell. Yeah, fuck.
Are they not shadow? Because they're shadow banning Shador is what they're doing. That's what they're doing to.
Yeah, they're doing a Twitter shadow ban on him.
They're doing a Twitter shadow ban, NFL shadow ban. Well, you know what? The funny thing is that let me ask you. Let's play devil's advocate with this statement here by Abuelito Loco. I think depends on the team. It's not going to be the Raiders because Pete Carroll is there and he's not going anywhere for the next 3 years, right?
No.
It's not going to be Dallas because they just traded for Joe Milton. It's obviously it's not going to be maybe Seattle. Who's the head coach for Seattle? I have no idea. The guy that's been coaching for the last couple of years.
Same guy, right? He was with Baltimore. He was like the OC. I forget his fucking name. Holy shit. But regardless of the fact, I don't even think it would be Seattle because Sam Darnold is there. Yeah. They just brought Drew Lock back.
Mm-hmm. That's not saying much.
It's not, but he's. I mean,
yeah.
There's.
All right,
it's so hard to say where he's going to land, but then for people to sit there and then you say because they're going to get his dad. His dad's not going to. I don't think Deion's going to be the LeBron of the NFL.
Okay.
And interfere in his kid's career. I mean, he's going to guide him from afar. Like, he's going to give him the advice needed, but he's never going to overstep what a coach is telling him. He's not going to do that. So, for anybody to sit there and say, well, these teams are afraid because Dion's going to be involved, or Dion's going to want to be the coach, or whatever it is. Dion's not going to be an NFL coach. I get
he said it.
I get his dream is to coach his son in the NFL.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
But even I think we all know some dreams are meant to be just that, because we see a dream that happened in LA and it's a fucking nightmare. Okay, with Bronny and Bronny Jr. I don't think it's that. I think it's a lot of what's been said about him, a lot of character assassination. You know, they said a lot of his interviews went bad.
Yep.
A lot of, you know, like the interviews were bad. The fact that he didn't do the pro days, the combines, a lot of that hurts him. You know, as much as it shouldn't, but it does. You know, there was just a lot of things that Shedeur restricted himself from that's hurting his draft stock. And plus, it's a lot of what they saw on game tape in certain situations, you know, bad decision making, throwing into triple coverage, holding on to the ball too long, unnecessary sacks. All these things add up. The media and all these other morons that want to remain anonymous just use Dion as the example because they don't want to say the other stuff that I just said.
Yep.
And I'll put my name to it. I said it. And if you don't agree with it, well, off is the direction you could fuck. We could gladly talk about it. That's fine. And if you're a Steeler fan that's still going to be butthurt about it, well, fuck off too. I don't care.
All right. Darius Alexander by the G-Man. 300-pound defensive tackle.
You know who the Steelers going to wind up taking?
Shedeur.
No. Yeah. He's projected to go to the Steelers either in the third or the third or the fourth round, whatever it is. Desmond Watson, 6'6", like fucking close to 400 pounds.
Hold on, let's go look at him.
That guy is a beast.
Desmond Watson. Let me
from not FSU, from the Gators.
Oh, Desmond Watson. Hold on, we got to look for Desmond Watson up in here, bro. Let's look for Desmond. Let's go find Desmond Watson here somewhere.
He's probably not even one of the best players available. That's probably why he's not on any of those lists.
Giants here got themselves another defensive tackle. Makes sense for the defense.
See, and then Carlos makes a good point too. You know, his college completion is at 70%, which that's good for college ball.
It's good for college football, especially in that division, in that conference.
Yeah. But now, like, you're asking him to go to the NFL. Now you're asking his completion percentage to go up,
Yep.
Like 10, 15 points a game.
It's crazy, because
can he do that?
Not year one. Again, it all depends on the it also depends. It depends. I mean, like you said, he stays in the pocket. You're right. It's the main reason why he dropped a lot. He just doesn't do well when it comes to like getting rid of the football fast enough and also kind of committing to a particular throw or play. That's huge in the NFL. Because, man, look when those guys, even the worst team and the worst defense are those defensive rush edges, and tackles and stuff like that, linebackers are so much faster than the best players that he played against, right? In Colorado. So that's, again, they see all this crap, dude. You know what I mean? They see all this crap.
But I think that they just don't want it to skip because, again, they just want to use Dion as the focal point.
Dude, Ashton Gillett is got drafted by another edge rusher for the Chiefs. Yeah, the Chiefs are loading up, man. They are saying, listen, we're going to run it back with what we have. Hollywood Brown should be healthy. Rashid Rice should come back as well. Travis Kelce, whatever. They just kind of, Xavier Worthy. I think they feel comfortable with what they have offensive wise. So let's just go ahead and, plug the holes that free agency created, which we've been saying this pretty much all along. And the next draft pick is your team, the Cleveland Browns. You know what I mean? The pick is
my fucking team.
Hey, let's call it, bro. Now it's time to call when is Shedeur getting drafted, and I think he's going on here. 67th pick. 67th pick.
I think they keep a defense here.
I mean, that's what probably make the most sense.
Where they go on defense is anyone's guess, because I keep reading Newsome and one of these other defensive guys are on the trade block, and
he's the best fit so far available.
I mean, again, there's just Shador to Cleveland just makes no sense either.
No.
I get it's a need, but
yeah, it's a need. At this point, it's a need and it's an affordable need right now.
But is it the need? But is it a need that you can wait and get something better in 2026? And the answer is yes. That's why you got the extra. That's why you got the extra first round pick now, because with either of those two picks, you can get your quarterback. You could use that extra pick to trade back up and get your guy if you needed to. So, like, for that, if they draft Shador here, then getting that extra pick is just going to be used as a way to maneuver somewhere else in next year's draft.
Segue a little bit here until we wait for the next pick. What do you think of this Gilbert Arenas kid, bro? Elijah Arenas. He was coming home. Fucking dude, for you to do this to a Cybertruck. Okay, you were coming pretty freaking fast. You were driving really fast, dude.
Yeah.
That's a freaking Cybertruck, dude. They suck anyway, but their armor is pretty darn good. You have to like gone. And so it's funny. He had to get an induced coma because of all the amount of smoke this kid inhaled.
Oof.
I don't know what the status is, but he's in the hospital. He was in an induced coma because
I think he's still in it.
He's stable. Yeah, he's in stable condition. So it's protocol. When somebody inhales a lot of smoke, a lot of like that for your lungs, they do that in order to clear it out, right? After it clears completely out. So like that, you know. But
maybe I should do that to Rob then. He inhales a lot of cigarette smoke.
Yeah, that's a little different. You know, God bless. I mean, like I said, prayers are with this kid here, man. 18 years old. I think he's an NBA prospect.
Yeah.
It's an NBA prospect here. So, oh man, let me see. Let's go back. Let's go back to this. Let's see what we got here. Nothing yet. And you know what? Let's play some funny videos here. Ready? I got something for you. I think you're gonna laugh. Look at these fucking guys. Look at it. This is something. This is like my Let me share this. Let me know when you see the guy with the golf club.
Yeah, I see it.
All right, ready? It's called chaotic golf. Look at the stupidity these guys are doing. Oh, he breaks. I've been close to doing that. Oh, yeah, that hurts, bro. That hurts, dude. Look at this fucking douchebag. So I got a story, similar to that right there. I did not go through the front windshield, but I took a sharp turn on a hill, trying to be stupid. I was on the passenger side, you know, and I'll drive on the passenger side. Right when I took it, I fucking flew off the golf course with my club in my hand and a cigar. That actually happened like 2 months ago, and I freaking rolled around. And you know what was sad? I wasn't even drunk, dude. It was like the second hole. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's one thing if you're like at the 18th hole and you do it after a few.
Yeah. It's been up to 2 cigars. Yeah, it's usually the 18th hole is 2 cigars and like 6 beers later. You know what I'm saying, dude? Out in the sun. Let's go back. Oh, this guy's a fucking moron. Look at this car. It's like, run. Oh, it's home.
God.
Oh. Oh, this fucking. Look at this moron, dude. Oh, slow-mos are good. You know the odds to hit the damn pole and then hit your face, dude? Come on, man.
That's insane. There is a chaotic one that me, my uncle, and my cousin did a few years back, but we did it with a rubber, like golf, like one of those you practice with.
Yeah.
And it's on my YouTube channel, but the only one that is the one where my uncle does it to my cousin. Somehow mine isn't in there, but I gotta find it because it's fucking
okay.
It's fucking hilarious.
Check this out. I got one too that my buddy put in this YouTube channel. I gotta find it too. When I played it, I just threw the damn club against the tree and it hit me back. So yeah, you're right. You called it. They picked the tight end, Harold Fannin Jr. Bowling Green, and then cornerback for the Raiders. Bro, I don't know, man. Let me see. You guys are up in this round. Shit, I do, Jim. Let's put it this way: we're gonna stop the stream by the time we get to your Steelers. All right, that should be like another 30 minutes. You know what I mean? And it's gonna be Shador. We gotta end, and then we're gonna end up with you wigging the fuck out. You know what I'm saying, dude? If that happens, that it has to happen for the viewers. For the viewers' pleasure here, you know what I'm saying, dude. It has to happen, bro. That's just it's just. I think that the stars are aligning right now, Jim. Because I'm looking at the next.
I might have to text my ex and say if I don't come back by 11:30, 12 o'clock, I'm dead in the van, heart attack. Just take me, throw me in a hefty bag, and put me in the fucking dumpster.
Yo,
that's it.
It has to happen. It's not going to be New England. It's not going to be Detroit. The Saints already drafted a QB.
Yeah.
It's not going to be the Bills. Not going to be the Jets. Maybe the Jets if they want to, create that competition, right? It's not going to be the Broncos. It's not going to be the 49ers. Not going to be Dallas.
No.
It's not going to be all these teams right here are set at quarterback.
The only way it makes sense for the Jets is because Fields is only there on a 2-year deal.
Exactly. That's the only one. The only other one.
The only other team that it would right now, as we sit here, would make sense. Because unless the Saints are going to fucking draft him too, and then get rid of Spencer Rattler and whoever else is there,
and that Shaw guy.
Yeah, I mean, if they're going to do that, then so fucking be it. But no. But I can also see the Steelers passing.
You can. I mean, oh my gosh, dude. I think this is probably one of the worst drops I've ever seen from a quarterback that was debated to be like, top 2, or even at some point picking before Cam Ward.
Yeah.
Can you see this on your screen yet?
Yeah.
What they think when they say he likes country girls. Ready?
I'm Summer Jones, and I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. I'm 5'6", 5'7" on a good day, and I weigh 145 pounds. I can barefoot race a hoe, and I can outdo any crackhead at the Circle K off Lamar Avenue. Try me if you want to.
She would fit in well in any of the 5 boroughs in front of a fucking bodega begging for change.
Yeah, look, that's what Carlos said. I prefer the Italian from the bodega. I'm telling you, bro. Every ethnicity, every race has their own crackheads, bro. You know what I mean, dude? It doesn't matter. Crackheads come in all colors, sizes, and in all forms.
She reminded me of a female fucking sling blade. Sling blade.
Yeah. Oh, the guy from Joe Dirt. Am I home naked? Make it.
Or the fat guy in the overalls from Waterboy.
Yes. Oh man, let's see.
I was making a joke about it. I said what the Steelers should have did with the 21st pick was say we drafted the DeLorean, gunned it to 88, went back to 04, and drafted Prime Ben to come back and save our bitch asses.
Let me see. Hey, Shador wasn't drafted. Oh, Kyle Williams, bro. There we go. Another wide receiver, another young guy, another weapon for our homie Drake May. Let's see what we got with this dude.
Mike Rabel isn't playing. Mike Rabel's not playing in this draft.
He's not. No, he's not. He's plugging holes, dude. I give him credit. See, Rabel wasn't a bad coach, dude. Tennessee are just a bunch of morons.
Well, no shit.
I mean, he did a lot with Ryan Tannehill. I'm sorry. Yes, he also had Derrick Henry and AJ Brown, but what he has a quarterback.
That's one thing I read. What was it? Something if I forget what it was. That it involves AJ Brown and how somehow he could through the draft. Something had to happen, and if the Eagles did this, AJ Brown would then get shipped to New England. I'm like, why would you do that?
I know, right? No, did you imagine AJ Brown to New England? That'll be pretty wild.
That gives May his number one. Right now, he ain't really got one.
No, he don't. He's gonna have a lot of like mismatches in there. You know what I mean? And which is fine. I think it's just fine. So, dude, I'm telling you, man, I honestly see it. I see it coming, Jim. Oh man, let me see how many picks we got. We got left before that. We are at hold on a second. The 70 just came in. Wide receiver, Isaac Tesla. Is that the way you pronounce that? It sounds like Tesla to me.
Who knows?
Yeah, Isaac Tesla, bro. He's related to Elon Musk. Bro, this guy spent 3 seasons in Division II, Hillsdale College, before transferred to Arkansas in 2020.
Great program there in Hillsboro.
Yeah.
Great program.
Hillside, baby. Now, this is Hillsboro, and this has to be in Arkansas. Yeah, it is. Shout out. Listen, I want to give a shout out to a few guys, man. Jameer Augustine, we had him at the show. These are all Division I, small colleges, have been grinding for 6 years. Jameer, Carl Smith Jr., Javante Hare, Austin Popoff, Raekwon Smith. Hope I didn't miss anyone. These guys were on the show, man. They give us a time of day. Great stories, man. Young guys. They got a shot, whether it's going to be professional. They're really good guys. I mean, it's funny. I was talking to my coworker, and all jokes aside, we joke around in the show, but you know how hard, bro, is to be an athlete, just to make it in college, right? And just to be considered. And all these 4 guys had tryouts. They had pro days. They went to, these are the smaller scale ones, but some of these, like Carl Smith, actually even got, interviewed by a few teams, the Rams, right? A lot of pieces on him. Raekwon Smith as well. These guys all had a lot of they had a significant shot of making a roster, whether it is, the CFL, even the NFL. But when I look at the how difficult it is to just being a pro, man, right? You think about it. The drop of like 8,000 players that play in high school goes to like 5,000 when you go to college, right? And then what, like 1,800 or 1,300 in the NFL? And when you got guys like, when you see these guys work out, I'm like, oh my God, they look professional. They look pros, right? And they're, not even nowhere near in this conversation. It just tells you how difficult, right? Being a true athlete, a professional athlete is to become. I mean, to make it. I said, shout out to these guys, and I wish them the best, man. They all deserve it. Great kids, by the way. All great kids with a good head on their shoulders, man. But yeah, it's nuts, man. Let's see where we're at with there's nothing going on here. Isaac Tesla, bro. I don't know about this kid. I think he might he probably owns a Cybertruck. You know what I'm saying? Somebody may own a Cybertruck, man. I mean, it's not Tesla like the traditional way, but so. And the means for Shador are still going, dude. This is not. Says we're waiting, bro. Let's kill some time here. We're doing an impromptu. We're doing an impromptu down the rabbit hole. There you go. Shador in a couple of. Oh man, yeah. This is where we're at right now, boys. With it, we're waiting for Shador to get picked by the by the Steelers. I want this to happen tonight here really bad before we end the stream. That's where we're going to end. That's where we absolutely got to end. We're going to end there. All right. Let's see where we're at. Share. All right. 71st pick, man. We're almost there. 71st pick. Now we're still down like fucking 12 picks. It's going to be a lot of long ass time too. What do you just got? But we're going to end the stream either with Shador getting drafted or the Steelers in the Steelers' last pick, right? You agree with that? You okay with that? I mean, we'll see. It's 9:49.
I'm good with it.
So, oh man, I don't know why this is showing in my screen. I got my feed going. Share this instead. There you go. Let me go back as I move down here. Isaac Tesla, man. I have no idea who this kid is.
Great kid, phenomenal. Yeah. Stays out of trouble. Yep. Adheres to his curfew his parents still give him. Great kid.
Mm-hmm.
Glad he got drafted.
Absolutely.
Buy his jersey.
Please.
Buy his jersey, buy a Cybertruck.
Oh shit. Hold on a second, Jim. We got some people throwing some hey, but Tyler Shaw drafted before Shador. Ready? See the screen? There we go. Pro day, baby. Boom, look at that. Look at that sidearm, dude. Can't fuck around. Look at that sidearm. This kid looks like really sharp, man. Tyler Shaw, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, Tyler Shaw. Oh, man. Let's see what else we got.
That just tells you.
Shador did not get drafted by the Saints. Vernon Brutton by defensive tackle. Defensive tackle.
First pick in fantasy. I would not pick that kid in any league.
Yeah, man. First pick in this year. He's gonna be a sleeper.
Somebody would pick him. Like, I remember doing fantasy baseball one year, and somebody cued Eric Gagne, who was the top closer at the time. So this is really aging myself.
Dude,
when he was the
a long
closer
ass
for
time,
the Dodgers.
That's
and
a long time.
Pujols was the best hitter at the time. And forget who, somebody cued him, and they forgot the draft started. So you know how it just picks whoever you have queued first?
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, the first pick, it's Eric Gagne. We all lose it. And I'm like, well, then I'm taking Albert Pujols. Submit. You just fucked your draft up with the first pick. Because after that, you're fucked.
Oh, man. We got, let me see here if I could. We have, oh, shit. Look at this, dude. Hold on a second. I haven't seen this yet. We got to react to it. This is AB's cracker of the day.
Oh, boy.
You can see it?
Yeah.
All right, ready?
Conductor for Theo Vaughn. Game. Stand-up comedian Theo Vaughn.
What's up, Cub fans? Let me hear you today.
He looks like he's high.
You can do better than that. Let me hear you today.
The new Joe Dirt.
Yep.
A 1, a 2, a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to
Yeah, look at that. Everybody's crashed right now, bro, in 45-degree weather. He meant to say, buy me some peanuts with crack. Look at all these drunk chicks, man. Look at that. Theo Vaughn, baby. This man is making history.
Just seeing all those drunk chicks. Just think about how many unwanted pregnancies happened after that.
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. or rapes, one or the other. Landon Jackson, Arkansas, edge by the Bills. Dude, the Bills are just going ham on defense, dude. All right, the Jets, man. This might be it. This might be it, Jim. I think the Jets might be it.
Please, Jets. Please just do it.
You just want somebody to draft Shador, so you guys are not in that scenario. You know what I'm saying? You're not in that.
Please. That's all I want.
Oh, man. That's again, look, I wasn't crazy about the Jackson Dart pick. Obviously not at all, man. We I don't know why we had to trade down. I mean, I know it was not significant, right? You're not losing prime capital of it, but it's just, by the way, that whole Tyler Shaw video I just showed you is trending all over all over Twitter or X.
Of course it is.
It's all over the damn place. It's on fire. And of course, every person's like, "Oh, the Giants make the right pick. Why not Shador?" I'm like, it's oh man, Shador Sanders pulled dude, it's funny, man, because at one point they show a video of Shador hanging out with oh no, the Jets didn't draft him, dude. This is not looking good for you guys. The Jets did not draft him. They got a corner, Florida State. It was actually one of the best plays available.
Fucking asshole.
Now, let me ask you a question. Truly here, though, because now we're getting to the point where that's going to happen. What do you think of Skidabo for you guys?
I like it.
I think that would be a valuable pick. And it's what? You're in the third round now. I think it's justifiable, right? It's justifiable.
At this point, yeah.
I mean, can catch a football, can run it. What the Giants need to do is use the Moneyball concept and pick their players. I mean, at this point, probably that didn't work for Cleveland either. Didn't they? They had the Jonas guy who played the dude in Moneyball. Wasn't he?
They had
at one time?
Yeah, the guy
the one who Jonas
plays.
Yeah. It didn't work out well for. Yeah, it didn't work out well for football. It was a concept that did not work for football.
Because look, clearly it didn't because look at the situation they're in.
Yep, absolutely. That was tough. Cornerback from Florida State. I think I saw this guy play a bit. He's a local guy here.
I mean,
Florida.
you can use the Moneyball aspect when it comes to that.
Yeah.
Just you don't need a guy who did it in baseball to do it in football because obviously they're two completely different sports. The concept could work, but
I think it's too limited.
A lot of things going right
in a limited fashion.
That's the other thing. I mean, it'll work for like a year or two. It ain't gonna work forever.
I think Johnny Manziel was a product of that Moneyball strategy.
Well, he was making Moneyball outside of football too. So
yeah, he was also making 8 balls. I mean, it was a lot of different things.
Hey, he was like Rick Ross, the boss.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 picks before you guys.
Oh God, it's like the longest 9 picks of my life.
Jim, this doesn't look good, dude. It's nobody's gonna pick Shador after the Jets.
This right now is reminding me when I was younger, and I just wanted to bring home anything at 3 a.m. at this point.
Yep, after a bottle of rum.
Oh God, I can't.
Telling you, man, my green was a tough pick here. That was a good pick by the Ravens.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear what Brandon's got to say about it. I'm sure he's ecstatic.
Yeah, Ravery Sports, our boy Charles he's already all over this, man. He's loving life with this pick. He's loving life with this pick.
Baltimore just knows how to scout. They know how to draft.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's true.
Fucking shit. Why can't they just be in another division?
That is true, man. They do it well. I mean, it also has to do with the coaching staff. You know what I mean? I mean, Harbaugh is, Now, let me ask you a question. With that being said, is going through this whole fact that you haven't drafted a quarterback, might be Shador, might not be Shador, might be Jalen Milroe, whatever the case may be, is the Aaron Rodgers, which to me, I don't think that. I think when I saw his Pat McAfee interview, to me, it just read to me that he was done, right? He's not playing football. But does this mean that Rodgers is still in play for you guys?
Of course he's still going to be in play, but I mean, I understand he wants to take the time to think. As much as we bash him for taking the time, we also have to understand this is a huge career decision for him.
Yep.
Especially at the age that he is, coming off the Achilles injury and all that. And, and I can understand that. It's a tough decision. And I know I've bashed it. And maybe I'm wrong on it. And, and after, a couple of weeks, maybe a few months of thinking about it, it is one of the toughest decisions. But Bill Belichick said it best. If you're already thinking about it, you already are. So would I totally blame Rodgers for taking this long to make the decision? No, I blame the Steelers for sitting there waiting. Because you still got to wait through
They waited through free agency pretty much.
Yeah, and they missed out on everyone they possibly could have gotten. So now you're in this position where where again, you botched it.
Yeah.
You botched finding that guy because not for nothing, you kind of botched it. I'll say it. Trading Kenny Pickett, granted, Pickett created that situation. But if Pickett had just said, well, Russell ain't going to be here forever. And if I can learn something, see, that's the difference between Pickett and Justin Fields. Justin Fields, once he got benched, was miserable. But he said in an interview, he said, everything Russell taught me, I absorbed it. And I'm going to take it and use it now playing with the Jets.
Yes.
So,
which that's what you're supposed to do when you get, when you put in that situation, which is the right mentality.
But I don't feel bad that the Jets flew him out there just to tell him he's not part of the plan. I don't feel bad for him for that. I actually think Aaron Glenn is ruthless for it, which I love.
That was funny though, man. He said he went in. Hold on a second, brought the GM in. Yeah, we're just going in a different direction.
Yeah. I mean, that was pretty much Aaron Glenn saying, I'm not going to put up with your shit, so we're going in a different direction. And I'd rather say it to your face than over the phone. So I'll give Aaron Glenn credit for that. I mean, other people don't like it, but whatever, fuck it. I don't give a shit. I just
you ready for this?
Oh, boy.
You ready for this? All right. I'm just kind of add, a setting for the pick. Ready?
Not say Shador.
With the 40th pick,
Not Shador.
2025 NFL Draft, the New Orleans Saints select Tyler Shuck.
Yes! We're live! Not say Shador.
Your girl wants Shador, bro. Your girl wants Shador.
She could have them, and they could have kids together too if they want.
She wants Shador. Talk about a troll, man. This is like the ultimate. She doesn't know anything about football. Pat Bryant, wide receiver by Illinois. Not Shador. Moving on to the 75th pick by the 49ers. I think the 49ers are going to go Skidable here.
God, I hope. Well,
I like Skidable.
You are going to have to address it at some point because McCaffrey could say he's healthy right now, but who knows?
I think the Niners are going Skidable here, dude. Book it. Yeah, your girl is just a troll. She's just one of those,
Oh, is that fucking Amanda Vance bitch?
Yes.
Oh, fuck her, that fucking Bukiak.
Yeah,
that bitch don't know whether she's a Steelers fan, a Bills fan, a Bengals fan, a Browns fan, a Yankee fan, a Met fan, a Red Sox fan, whether she likes cock, vagina. She don't know what the fuck she wants. She's a clueless fucking Eminem bleach blonde bitch. Fuck her. Thank God I blocked her on Twitter. Thank God.
You blocked her? You blocked her? Yeah, you don't want to see her content?
I can't stand that bitch.
The 49ers did not get Skidable. Oklahoma State linebacker Nick Martin. Oh, Nick Martin. I know Nick Martin. He's good. He's good. That's another hole. Another hole they plug in.
I mean, because didn't they lose Greenlaw?
They lost everybody, dude. They cleaned house, man. Bosa was the only one that was left.
Well, they have to, because if they're going to pay Purdy.
Yep.
I mean, you're already paying Ayuk to sit on the bench and be hurt.
Yep.
So.
But Purdy, I think it's going to be no more than $50 million per year.
No, but even they're even saying right now the talks aren't going that well with Purdy. But
wow, I mean, Purdy should not be picky, dude. I mean, come on, man. You were Mr. Irrelevant. So
he was, but his argument's going to be, well, look what I did in the because don't forget, I mean, and they made it known.
So did Jimmy Garoppolo. That's not saying much.
Well, no, actually, that was the WrestleMania broadcast, but it can ring true in this. It's a what are you doing for me now league. So Brock Purdy's got a point. Well, look, Garoppolo got hurt. I came in. I did this. I've been doing this, and we came close to beating the Eagles. We almost got to the Super Bowl, or they did get whatever it is. I mean, so he's got a legitimate argument, but he's not. I mean, Dak shouldn't even get paid what Dak's getting paid.
No, but Dak has been a product.
Watson shouldn't even be getting paid at all. No. But that's the problem. All these overinflated contracts, because you play in that position, they're going to say, well, this team's paying this guy all this money, and I'm playing better than him, so you should be paying me more than him. I mean, if he's going to sit there and say, I want to be the highest paid quarterback, if I'm San Francisco, fuck that. I'm not doing it. At that point, try to trade him. Let it be somebody else's problem.
At this point, we're not the only ones waiting. Who the hell the Steelers are going to make? Which quarterback they're going to pick? Look at this. Shador or Jalen Milroe?
I'd rather Milroe if you're going to go quarterback with this pick.
Really, huh?
I'd rather just so the Shador. And this isn't anything against Shador Sanders, so let's get that out. I just want the Steelers fans that want Shador. I just want to hear them bitch more.
Yeah. A lot of them want Shador.
Because you bitched about Harmon, right? You bitched about Harmon. And we said at the beginning of the show, Shador, a quarterback's not going to fix your defensive problems. Defense wins you games. The defense against the Ravens didn't win you that game. As much as everybody wants to put the blame on Russell Wilson and this guy and this guy and this guy, the defense sucked in that game. So, I'm sorry. Again, not taking Shador at 21 was the smartest thing. Oh, yeah, my boy Titans pick up Sanders.
If it's not in free agency, it's blame me if I'm wrong. It's the wine bottle. Yeah, my boy Carlos has been he's probably a bottle or two into the this whole draft right now. This has been. Let me tell you something. I don't think. Oh, hold on a second. Here you go, Princely Odom, whatever his name is. Ole Miss edge. Jim 78 We are 5 picks away, 6 picks away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 picks away, my friend.
Jalen Milroe.
I think you guys are picking up. I've been wrong so far. Every time I'm trying to, predict where is Shedeur going to get picked.
If it's not Milroe, give me Will
I think it's
Howard
Skittable.
then.
I think it's Skittable, bro. I think Skitty.
If they don't go quarterback, give me Skitterbro. If it's quarterback, give me Milroe or Will Howard. I don't give a shit.
Oh, Will Howard, huh? Wow, that's crazy.
Shit, give me fucking Kyle McCord out of Syracuse.
Yeah. I don't think there's anybody drafting Carl McCord.
Yeah, the St. Louis Battlehawks in the UFL. That's what they said. They said in the UFL draft, Shedeur Sanders would have went number 1.
Honestly, dude, you're right. You're right. He might be playing for them if there's all said and done. You know what I mean?
I mean, somebody's going to take him. Do they waste the draft? I think teams really just want to see how far he falls before they say, fuck it, we're taking him.
Yeah, dude.
I think they kind of want to. I think all 32 teams are trying to humble this kid. Like they're all somehow they all went into unison together and were like, let's make this kid wait because they feel he's cocky, does the whole watch thing and just his swagger and all this shit. I mean, he's a young kid. You can't hold that against him. But,
ready? The black skill Bayless, Jason Whitlock. President Trump has issued an executive order that Shedeur Sanders must be drafted no later than round 3. Yo, dude.
Man, I think if he had did the combine and he did his pro days, he would have been gone.
The interviews didn't go well, man.
Yeah, but you know what though? People take so much stock in all this shit, like the Wonderlic test. Oh, CJ Stroud did bad on it. Okay, but look what happened. He was the second pick. What, second, third pick?
The Wonderlic
test. Test.
Yeah, it doesn't tell you how fast you're gonna be on your reaction here. So
is the Wonderlic test gonna tell you how to fucking avoid a sack?
Dude, Josh Allen did horrible in the Wonderlic test. You know what I mean? So that like Lamar Jackson also did horrible.
Honestly, half these guys probably do. And the combine, I understand there's certain things that matter because obviously like the 40-yard dash, like especially for running backs, wide receivers, tight ends, quarterbacks even. I get all that. But then when you have them throw and it's like, oh wow, look at the arm strike. He threw a 60-yard bomb to a guy who was covered by fucking air.
Yeah, and without pads. So you're throwing without pads too.
You could do that without pads, but have the quarterback be rushed and have that guy covered, and let's see what happens. And then you'll see how much draft stock rises for certain people and how far it'll drop for others.
Yep,
that's what they need to start doing. I don't care. Oh, wow, this guy could throw an 80-yard bomb from his knees. That's great. Is he doing that in a real game? No. Have these kids at the combine be put in real game situations.
Yep.
And then let's grade them based on let's grade them based on that. But no, let's just do the I mean, you or me could go out there and throw a 60-yard bomb to fucking Marvin Harrison fucking Jr. if need be.
If you give me one of those junior footballs, I can. I'll tell you that much. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, hold on a second. Here's somebody that pranked Shedeur Sanders by calling him like one of his boys. Ready? I don't know if this is legit or not, but it looks like Shedeur Sanders set up. You know what I'm saying? His tent. All right, ready?
Y'all want me to teach Snow how to walk right now?
That's his
Trey.
Yeah, Shiloh.
Hold on. Here we go.
Wait, is that Shedeur?
No, that is.
Yeah. That's...
Good, how are you, man? Good, been waiting on you. Ready to go. No, for sure. Why don't you get up and stand right here? Yeah. Yes, sir. Nothing there. Go. What does that mean? What do you say? I don't know. How you gonna ask us what it means and you was on the phone? You heard that? So you're gonna have to wait a little longer.
The quality's not great, but I can't even hear it.
They said you're gonna have to wait a little bit longer. Sorry.
50-50. But nobody got this number though.
Yeah, nobody got this number though. That was his brother who fucked him.
That's one thing I gotta say. It's gotta be painful.
It is. I don't care who you are.
I mean, you sit there, and you put in all this work to get to this level.
I said nobody has his phone number.
And then it's.
You want me to teach Snow how to
Yeah,
work
hold on.
right
Let me
now?
take this off. No, you're absolutely right. It is painful, dude. I mean, we're joking around and stuff because it's just part of a. All right, Jordan Birch by Oregon edge runner. We are up to the number 79 pick. All right, it is the Houston Texans. We're almost there, Jim.
They could take Shador, convert him to a tight end.
That's the thing that, unlike Tebow, he cannot play any other positions, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's almost. I have seen that. A buddy of mine actually compared him to Tebow.
I think because of the mechanics, that's where, now the difference that Tebow was so much better. Like, put it this way, bro. Tebow was, he fell in with a coach that gave him some opportunities, right? And they made a run. And
they also had stacked teams.
Yeah, and in this era, that Tebow is probably not going to be more than a 1 year or 2 year starter, the same thing. But because of the athletic ability, Tebow is just way more athletic and can do more with his feet, and that's it's.
Well, also running a high school offense in college helps.
Absolutely, yeah, and in the NFL,
yeah.
Iowa State wide receiver Jalen Noel. We're going to the 80th pick, Jim, by the Indianapolis Colts.
They'll take Shador.
That's not. Danny Dimes, Shador, and Richardson.
Anthony Richardson.
You can't make three. You can't make one quarterback out of those three, dude.
Nah, you couldn't. My God. God, if this happens.
Man, I think this is gonna happen, bro.
If it happens here.
If it doesn't happen in this round, then you're good. You know what I'm saying? You're absolutely good. This whole prank call is going on fire right now on X.
If Tomlin's making the pick here, it's Shador.
Yeah.
If it's the Roonies and Omar Khan, it could be anything.
Yep.
Because I honestly think they're not letting Tomlin have the effect he's had on the draft picks, because the Roonies are like, listen, we need to focus on this, this, and this. And I don't care how much you love Shador. He's not a first-round quarterback in our eyes. If we can get him later, great. If somebody else takes him, great. Then there's all these other guys we can take, whether it's 3, whether it's whatever. That's it.
Breaking news, Jim. Breaking news. Kelsey Lauren Smith, Raider cheerleader, has called it quits.
Oh, boy.
Time to hang on the pom-pom.
She had a hell of a career.
2 incredible seasons.
Incredible.
Yep. Going back to the draft. Justin Whaley.
Raiders lost a good one. Good one. Well, they could draft a new cheerleader in the 7th round.
That's true. Justin Whaley, Minnesota, cornerback.
Great pickup.
The Bengals are on the clock, Jim. 3 more picks, Jim.
Bengals, take Shador. Trade Burrow, take Shador. Who the fuck is the Bengals? The Bengals have got to stick defense here.
They're sticking defense. They're sticking defense. They're absolutely
going to do what Dallas did that 1 year where it was all defense.
Because what they're going to do is, they're going to try all these guys out. And if, it doesn't work, there were just picks in the late rounds.
Well, they also have to realize that they were like the 28th ranked team in yards given up. You kind of got to fix something there. I don't care how great. I don't care how great Burrow is with Jamar Chase and having T. Higgins.
You can't have a better season for a quarterback than Burrow did last season, dude. You know what I mean? And not make the playoffs. That's the first.
And that's the sad fact that we always talk about stupidity and fan bases. And there were people blaming Burrow. It's like, okay, first of all, Burrow had the most touchdowns thrown, probably the most yards thrown that season.
Triple crown for the for all the categories in a quarterback, and then Jamar Chase had the triple crown as well. Yeah. Offensive guard here by the Bengals from Georgia.
So they're finally going to try to protect Burrow a bit more.
Yeah, that's a good pick actually, right there. That's a good pick. Georgia players, man. And offensive guards from Georgia, they make a career in the NFL.
Well, as long as you play him in the right position, Broderick Jones.
Yeah, well, apparently this guy started 24 games at left guard. His footwork might be a little inconsistent, masked the weakness with his effort, hands and ability. I'm just reading whatever the hell is this here. But the dude here says he can rewrap his hands and stay in front and hold his ground, which is good. You need somebody to hold his ground.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He can get stronger and improve his ability to move defenders around, getting off the ball and drive once in position. There we go. All right, bro. This would be insane if they pick Shedeur Sanders. That's not going to happen. My boy Carlos says here, he gets picked by Tennessee, and I'm winning the fantasy football this year because he's calling that one. That's the team he's calling. Oh, it looks like I might be. There you go. Had a little leg way here.
Is he trying to say if Shedeur goes to Tennessee, he's going to draft him to be a starting quarterback? Put the wine bottle down and go to bed. Oh, God. I knew I should have drank for this draft.
Yeah, man. It would have been interesting going through your rant, you know.
Oh, God. You would have seen this again. Why?
Yep.
Why? You fucking idiots.
Absolutely.
Oh, God.
All right, hold on a second. I got a little, here you go. Now my camera's fucking freezing. Am I going to finish this stream here with the cat? You know, it started with technical issues. Holy smokes, buddy. Let me see. Well, we're going back here. We got the Tennessee Titans on the clock, and then we're going to close it off with the Steelers.
Oh, boy.
And it's going to be fireworks if Shedeur gets picked here in the next. We got to close it off with the Steelers regardless, whether Shedeur gets picked by the Tennessee Titans, which is very highly unlikely here.
God, please.
Jim, they're not drafting Shedeur. It's impossible for the Titans to draft Shedeur here, man.
No, they'll probably take Scatterbo or whatever fuck.
Yeah, oh, I don't think Scatterbo, whatever his name is. It's got to because they got two really good running backs in Spears and Pollard, who they also signed last year. So, oh man, this is also a very interesting pick for the Titans. I think they're going guard.
Well, yeah, you got to protect your quarterback now.
Yep, Shedeur is still the best available right now, and the best fit is Winston, who is I don't even know what he is. From Penn State. Penn State, buddy. Let me see. Is the pick in yet? The pick is in. They need an edge rusher and why do they put a QB there? They don't need a QB. They already have a backup, right? Because they still have Mayo Boy, right?
They still got Mayo Boy and I forget
and
who.
Of course, and who they drafted. Did they have somebody else? Because Mason is not with you.
No, I forget who the other one is. Yeah, I don't even remember who the third QB is.
Yeah, I have no idea.
He's obviously not important if we don't remember.
Nope, absolutely not. Wow, so Shedeur's custom draft room was pretty wild. I give him credit for the originality of that draft room. He honestly thought he was going to go in the first round. I mean, they probably had Academy Award performers waiting in the background, most likely as soon as he got drafted, and they were going to go ham on a great party.
Good thing they didn't have Martin Scorsese filming it.
Mm-hmm. Dude, they probably do have some type of blog going, and eventually they're going to put this into some type of documentary like 5 years from now when he's
I'll
not
tell you right now,
in the NFL.
if he doesn't get picked by the Steelers, Twitter might break tonight.
I think so too. I mean, I'm already. I did, how I do one of my edits with the joking stuff like that with the meme. I did Theo Bond, and that thing was up to like 20,000. That short was up to about 20,000 freaking views already, and like 40 or 50 comments. Before I started the the stream, and it hasn't, and I haven't checked it yet. So I think I might get it for over 50,000 views, bro. If that thing doesn't hit, as a matter of fact, whoa, wait a minute. Oh, Kevin Winston from Penn State safety, Jim. The Steelers are on the clock. They are on the clock, Jim. This is it. This is the moment we're waiting for all night. The Steelers are on the clock.
Trade the fucking pick.
Milroe, Shedeur,
No.
Or Skibbo.
At this point, give me the Raiders. At this point, give me the Raider cheerleader that just retired.
Let's go look at their best available. Shedeur Sanders. Best fit. It's some guy named K. Johnson, running back from Iowa. That'll be a good pick.
Please, Lord.
Kevin Johnson, running back from Iowa. Iowa has some good running backs. Look at Breece Hall.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It just can't be. You can't take Shedeur here.
Oh, wait a minute. No. This is I don't want to look either. Is the pick in yet? The pick is in, according to the on deck clock. I don't like this pick and shit. Can you just say if the pick is in? Can you announce already the damn? This is the quietest it's been all night, dude.
I fucking can't.
This is the quietest it's been all night from your end. I'm not even looking at the damn. Oh man, let's go to the draft cast here.
Don't put this evil on me. Don't put this evil on me.
We have the on the clock right here. Is this big enough here? Let me see. There you go. It's much better. Oh, wait a minute. Oh boy, it's Caleb Johnson.
Thank you, Lord.
Caleb Johnson, baby, from Iowa.
Yes.
What?
Thank you.
What?
Yes. So I never watched play. Yes. Thank God.
You do have a hole in the running back position.
Oh,
all right,
God,
so
thank you, Steelers. You saved me from a potential heart attack live on YouTube, Rumble, Twitter, and God knows where else. Thank you.
Here we go, baby. You ready for pro draft analysis? Was with Najee being gone in free agency, Jalen Warren is 1-year deal. Pittsburgh's running back position was always going to get an upgrade via the draft. Johnson's downhill style is perfect for the outside zone scheme. He is bulky to run through defenders, rough and tumble style of the NFC North. He's mentally a runner looking for contact in classic Pittsburgh.
This means Shedeur goes on to get drafted tomorrow.
That's right. 1,500 rushing yards, 21 touchdowns. All right. Last season in 2024. He didn't touch well, but he's quicker on tape than the numbers would suggest. Johnson lowers his shoulders and delivers the blow at the point of contact too. That's it. That's all you need to know. That's Pittsburgh.
The only thing I need to know is that they didn't take Shedeur.
Yeah. Pittsburgh Steelers.
I can't wait to see the Twitter reactions. Oh boy. I have a feeling I'm gonna be up doing this all night. Click, 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 click. Fuck you. You're an idiot. You don't know what you're talking about. Your dad should have fucking shot you in the toilet paper and then flushed your ass. Oh, this is good. Oh, God. I might be up all night just fucking educating people.
That's how we close the show, man.
Thank God.
That's how we close the show.
Thank God. Thank you.
Oh, man. This is crazy. Dude, what? I'm telling you, man. Nuts.
Thank God.
We gave the world 2 hours and 13 minutes of high-octane live draft analysis, drama. I thought you were going to pull out the defibrillator. I really wanted Shedeur to get drafted because I really wanted to see you go off. But hey, you know what? We'll save that for another day. There's plenty of opportunity, space and opportunity.
See, now I don't care if we take him in the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th round. Now I don't care.
Yeah.
Now
look, I think at this point, even the 3rd round was still going to be a good pick. I mean, you trust me, you're going to sign him for like $700,000. You know.
I don't even think I'm going to be. I don't know. I'll have to wait till I see how I feel when I wake up and watch this and see if we do draft them. I don't know. I'm just glad we didn't do it now. I'm glad we didn't do it in the 1st round. I'm just glad. I think they hit on both picks perfectly. They addressed 2 needs. They got the 2 needs. That's it.
No, you did. I think you did well on this draft. the thing is that you also need a running back, and you guys are gonna draft a running back that fits your style. You're not gonna change that because that's just the way. You need that. I mean, you got to go against really good defense. Not naming the Bengals, but the Ravens, the Browns, Cleveland. I mean, come on, you have to. That was necessary. But yeah, man, it remains to be seen tomorrow if Shador goes to you guys. Let's take a quick look before we bounce. What do you guys are drafting in the next rounds? Let me see here. You are picking again tomorrow at let's go to round 4.
Actually, I don't know. Do we have a 4th?
Yes, you do. You're the 123rd pick, the 21st pick in the 4th round.
Oh God. Well, at least it'll go fast because I think they're only 2-minute rounds.
Yeah. Giants got the
2-minute picks.
105th pick with their round. Let's go to the 5th. You guys are picking in the 5th round again at the 20th with 156 overall. The Giants, traded some shit there, and we're the 154th pick. All right, let's go to the 6th round. This is how we're going to close the show. We want to give everybody, the true breakdown. 185th pick in the 6th round, and the 229th pick in the 7th round. That's when you pick a Shador.
Probably. And people also forget this. Why we didn't have a 2nd round pick is because we got it early.
Yep.
So for everybody complaining, we only have a 2nd round pick. You got it from DK Metcalf. So there you go. So in essence, your 2nd round draft pick tonight was somebody you got months ago.
Folks, with that being said, Jim, good show, my friend.
As always.
Until next season, where we do this again. We've done it 2 seasons in a row. We've jumped on a Friday, right? Round 2. And we are done. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Appreciate all the comments. Thank you, Carlos. Thank you, Guabalito Loco, and everybody else that jump in today. And the Rumble chat was not popping because I guess with all my technical errors, when I decided to go back on, I forgot to click on the fucking link. So, but hey, Twitter was on fire. Lots of views on Twitter. So, your boy E-Man from the Average Joe Sports.net. We're signing out. And of course, my man,
Jim from the Fan in the Van podcast.
Peace.
Peace.
Yo,